Sen, Olivia Hedrick, all three of those, and good production off our bench as well. So we got a lot of girls that have stepped up at different times this year.
What style of ball do you like to play, Coach? You like to slow it down? You like to get out and run? What do you guys like to do?
It kind of depends. We like to attack whatever the other team's weakness is, and I know Miller likes to push pace, and they can score some points. So for us, it's going to be taking care of the ball. If those transition opportunities are there, we'll take them before their defense gets set, but we're more than comfortable slowing it down and playing half court. So we're pretty versatile, and we can play either way.
And Miller, kind of one of those teams, like, you know what you're getting, but you never know how much of it you're going to get. Like, some of these girls can really fill it up.
Right. They've had 3 or 4 different girls lead them in points at any point throughout this year, and they've been up and down with the points. They've won some low-scoring games, and they've also won some shootouts, too. So they can kind of the same way. They can beat teams slowing it down and scoring a whole bunch of points.
Well, real good, Coach. Well, thanks so much for joining us here. Good luck in the game, and maybe we'll talk to you down the road.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Chase Casper, their head coach of the Faulkton girls. We'll send it back to the studios. We'll come back with Coach Norton, and we'll be ready for tip-off in our first to 2. Faulkton at Miller tonight on Dakota Sports. Girls are next.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash-landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
To the pregame show on KOKK. Matt Watson live from Miller tonight. Doubleheader. Stay tuned. Both games of a double dip tonight. Faulkton at Miller. We'll get ready for a girls game here. We sat down with the Faulkton head coach right now, Miller Rustlers, Eric Norton. And Coach, thanks for joining us here. We were talking before we went on. I got you down on paper at 11-7, and a nice little streak here. You guys had a 4-game losing skid, but you've recovered nicely here. You won 3 out of your last 4 to get to 11-7.
Yeah, we had a little bit in there. I mean, we played some really good teams, and we learned a lot through that. We kind of are starting to come back together now, getting to the end of the season, so we're hoping we're hitting our stride right when we need to.
I was looking at your schedule top to bottom. There's a lot of tough teams on this schedule.
Yeah, it's been good for us. Obviously, it gets you tournament ready when the tournament comes around, and you always want to play tough teams. It really tells you where you're at.
I've seen you a few times on the season. I've seen a little bit of a shift in the starting lineup, but it looks like you got kind of that same core. Now everybody's healthy.
Yeah, we rotate every game. We've got some new people starting and trying to get some different things out of it and see what fits best for that game and that situation. But we've got a lot of good players that are pretty interchangeable, and they do a great job. So
pretty good Faulkton team coming in tonight. I got them at 14-4. Talk a little bit about what you know of the Trojans.
Yeah, they're a tough team. They're athletic. They've got some quality players in there that are going to challenge us, and we've just got to come out and meet with everything they throw at us.
Do my job a little bit for me, Coach. Who specifically do I got to keep an eye on for them? Who's going to do a lot of their scoring for them?
Well, I think it's changed a little bit throughout the season. Cotton has been pretty good. Carly Cotton, she's always tough in there, going inside and out. And they've got a couple other girls that, depending on the game, can put up some points on you if you aren't careful.
When I first started talking to you here, you didn't really know your record. I'm assuming that means you don't worry about the postseason until the regular season's over?
For the most part, yeah. I don't worry about. We worry game by game, and I don't get caught up in the record thing. If we're playing our best and don't happen to win, that's all right. And if we don't play well and win, then that's not all right. So, to me, it's about how hard we're playing and how well we're playing each game.
Always a good interview, Coach. Thanks so much. Good luck, man. We'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you, and have a good night.
Eric Nord, their head coach of the Miller girls. Let's go back to the studios here, come back with official starting lineups, and we'll be ready for tip-off our first to two. Faulkton at Miller girls and boys basketball tonight on Dakota Sports.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
And welcome back to Miller. Matt Watson live here on Dakota Sports, 1210 KOKK tonight as we get ready for a girl-boy doubleheader. Faulkton at Miller getting ready for a girls game first. As always, the officials brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Spencer Aberly, Dustin Peets, Josh Steinwant. That's your law on the floor, your officiating crew here in Miller tonight. Spencer Aberly, Dustin Pitts, and Josh Steinwant. Your law on the floor is brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Getting ready for a girls matchup between the visiting Faulkton Trojans, Chase Casper and the girls at 14-4. Off the bench, they'll have Annika Mueller, Anna Aesop, Savannah Hayes, Tegan Balloon, Claire Cotton, Ashlyn Sorensen, and Addison Milius, as you heard in the pregame show, injured. Starters will be Olivia Hardrick, Presley Martin-Miss, Kelly Stecker, Carly Cotton, and Jamie Sen. Eric Norton and the Rustlers at 11-7. Off the bench, Kate Lichty, Madeline Saenga, JC Pugh, Emma Pugh, Bella Wordle, Kaylin Anderberg, and Faith Baumberger. Rustlers will start Grayson Wordle, Jolie Palmer, Paige Wordle, Aaliyah Schlechter, and Morgan Kolda, and I was told it was senior night here. I thought they'd be a little more of a delay, probably going to do that in between games, so maybe a little bit of an extended break. No, not a break, I guess, as we stay wall-to-wall coverage, but a little bit of an extended time period in between games here, I think, as they'll have senior night coming up. So we'll get this one underway just a couple of minutes behind schedule. A couple of good JV games earlier. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. And so far, the Miller Rustlers, a couple of wins tonight. They won the girls' JV game 35-13. They won the boys' JV game 49-36. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. And girls' matchup is underway. A couple of girls end up on the deck on the opening tip. The Rustlers will have it. Grayson Wordle back across midcourt for Jolie Palmer, and the Rustlers a chance to strike first here at home against Faulkton. Drive into the lane, pass stolen away. It's taken away by Jamie Sen. Send the other way, pass tipped up away from Martin Miss, and the Rustlers are going to get it back. Stepping in is Jolie Palmer. And again, the Rustlers a chance to strike first. Kolda on the wing, drawing a double team. Faulkton coming out zone to start this thing, 1-3-1. And Miller looking a little confused early. Here's a three. That one no good. Rebounded by Hadrick. Speaking of double teams, Hadrick trapped in the backcourt across the timeline for Carly Cotton, and Cotton running the point here for Casper's Trojans. Trojans come in 14-4, own a couple of 5-game win streaks on the season. They're 2-4 over their last 4 games here, and Casper attributing that, of course, one of the reasons they've ran into some very good teams. Here's a miss by the Trojans, rebounded by Grayson Wordle. And the Rustlers back to work. Palmer to Kolda for a corner three. That one's well short. Long rebound down in the corner grabbed by Hadrick, and then Hadrick is fouled, and we'll have a foul here on the Miller Rustlers. It'll be the first of the night. It'll be on Morgan Kolda. So the junior picks up her first of the evening. The inbounds in the backcourt for Martin Miss, and Presley across the timeline as the Trojans go to work. Again, trying to strike first. Ball knocked away. The Rustlers steal it. Grabbed by Paige Wordle. Wordle underneath. Nice pass for Grayson, and Grayson going to get the lay-in. I'll make sure, because I didn't really look up in time. Oh, that wasn't Grayson Wordle. That was Aaliyah Schlechter. So Schlechter opens the scoring, and the Rustlers lead 2-0. Ball knocked away on the Trojan end is off a Rustler. It's off Palmer and out of bounds. And the Trojans will inbound. Miller an early 2-0 lead. Couple of minutes into the varsity girls game. Couple of JV games in the books. And remember, 2 tonight. Nice drive to the basket. Cotton with the finish. The junior with her first points. Ties us at 2 minutes into the opening quarter of the girls game here in Miller. Here's a Palmer three from the corner. That one is good. Jolie Palmer from long range. Rustlers lead 5-2. Here's Martin Moss across the timeline. Nearly lost it and did. Ball picked up by Wordle. Page to the other end. Layup good. Oh, and boy, was that Schlechter again? Nope, I got it right that time. Paige Wordle. 3 different Rustlers have scored, and Miller leads 7-2, and another steal. Here's Grayson Wordle taking it away. Back across midcourt for Kolda. Kolda for 3. Halfway down the can and popped out. Rebounded by the Trojans. Here's Kolda with a steal. The pass swung ahead by Martin Miss. Kolda just stepped in the way and takes it back. Here's Schlechter. A lob in the corner. A 3 from Grayson Wordle is off the mark, and a rebound by Jamie Sen. Faulkton with the basketball, trailing 7-2. Quick flurry by the Rustlers. A 3 by Jolie Palmer. Couple of 2s, Paige Wordle and Aaliyah Schlechter, and the Rustlers a 7-2 lead. Here's a foul on Schlechter, and that'll be her first. Rustlers going to bring Kate Lichty on. Faulkton will check in Anna Aesop, 5'7" junior. Aesop to replace Martin Miss, and it looks like Schlechter will check out for the Rustlers. Here's a drive by Kelly Stecker, and I thought she was tied up by Wordle, but they're going to call it a foul. Paige Wordle's first, 3rd on the team. 4:51 to play opening quarter, and Faulkton will inbound on their end. It's a lob high post for Cotton. Get it back inside, and Stecker from in close is good. So Stecker with her first basket. 7-4. Miller by 3, 4:40 left opening quarter. Kolda top of the key, right wing to Palmer. Palmer all the way across to Grayson Wordle on the left wing on the dribble. Looking inside for Lichty, back out to Wordle. Here's Kolda, touch pass, right side, cutting to the basket is Wordle, saving it back up top of the key as the Rustlers again try to go to work. Pass inside is tipped out of bounds by Jamie Sen. And the Rustlers are going to inbound here with 6 seconds remaining on the shot clock. Up 7-4, 4:15 to play opening quarter. Lichty the inbounds pass. They get it top of the key. Grayson Wordle the drive, halfway down the lane, off the window, too strong. Offensive board by Lichty, and the Rustlers will hold on to it. Taken away by Cotton, and the Trojans now on the deck, and we'll get a jump ball called as 4 players end up going down altogether, and Faulkton will have it on the possession arrow. Here comes Presley Martinmas back in. Martinmas will replace Olivia Hadrick with 4:03, just nearly midway point of the opening quarter. And the inbounds pass to the backcourt. Stecker nearly lost it, or Cotton rather, finds the handle. And back across the timeline as Aaliyah Schlechter will get back in next break. And again, nearly losing it is number 22, Anna Asif, as Faulkton having a little bit of problem here with this Miller defense, but they keep getting bailed out by the Rustler fouls. Here's another foul, the 4th on Miller in this opening quarter. It'll be Lichty's first. And one more will put Faulkton at the free throw line with 3:46 to play in the opening quarter. 7-4 the Rustlers lead. Inbounds for Carly Cotton, the junior, top of the key. Addison Milius, if he would have figured into this lineup, and as I'm told, more than likely would have been a top player here this season for the Trojans. Torn ACL, loses, unfortunately, her season of basketball, which was her senior season. This team has done quite well without her, 14-4 on the year. And of course, one of your better players goes down, you rally around that, and that's kind of what Faulkton has done here. Left wing, here's Lichty for 3, and that one is good. First bench score for either squad, and the Rustlers lead 10-4. 3:10 to play first quarter. Here's Cotton across the timeline. Cotton driving, ran into Kolda and went down, and we're going to get a foul on Kolda. Morgan's second, so Norden probably going to have to make a change here. Looks like maybe going to slow it down and call a timeout even as Kolda will check out. Oh, that was bonus time, so that's right. Faulkton to the free throw line. Paige Wordle checking in for Kolda. Free throws here for Cotton. First is up, rattles a bit, but it's going to go. So Cotton hits the game's first free throw. As the Trojans in the bonus for the final 3:06 of the opening quarter. Second free throw, no good. Rebound down to Palmer. Palmer the other way, handoff across the timeline. Grayson Wordle to a cutting Schlechter for the layup. Oh, Leah Schlechter inside her second basket, and Rustlers extend their lead to 7 with 2:50 to play in quarter number 1. Martinmas on the left wing, going to leave it off for Asap. Asap on the dribble to the top of the key. Another handoff, this time Carly Cotton. Cotton drives all the way to the basket. Oh, she put the shoulder down into the defender, and as soon as the defender went down, you knew that was going to be an offensive foul as Carly picks up her first on Faulkton here in the quarter. As nothing hurt there, including the Rustler defender, by the way. Everybody back up with 2.5 to play first quarter. Rustlers, though, a 12-5 lead and a chance to make it double digits with 2.5 to play in the opening quarter. Schlechter out to Lichty. Lichty nearly losing it. Finds the handle. Swings it up top for Paige Wordle. Paige over to Grayson. Grayson right wing. Here's Schlechter for 3 and a 10-point lead. No good. Rebounded by the Trojans' Martinmas. Martinmas back across the timeline. She sees an opening all the way to the basket. Shot came up short. Offensive rebound underneath by Savannah Hayes. And Hayes tried to pass it immediately off the rebound, and the Rustlers stepped in. So they take that one back, and the Rustlers will inbound as Olivia Hadrick is back on. Hadrick looks like going to replace Anna Asif. Stecker's checking out as well, and I didn't see who got in. We'll check the 5 on the floor in a moment. As the Rustlers still 12-5 lead inside, and here's a basket and one Nice pass inside from Paige Wordle to Jolie Palmer, and Palmer able to finish it off and get the foul. Foul is the second on Faulkton here in the opening quarter, and the first of the night on Olivia Hedrick. So an extra free throw here for Jolie Palmer. Palmer 5 points to lead all scorers in this one, and she'll make it 6 as she converts the old-fashioned 3. 15-5, Rustlers open up a 10-point lead with 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Here's Martin Miss all the way down to the low block and just lost it. Rustlers take it away the other way across the timeline with Grayson Wordle. Right corner for Lichty. Lichty knocked down a 3 off the bench earlier. Left wing Palmer looking inside for a cutting Grayson Wordle. Knocked out by Presley Martinmas. Scoreboard updates brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Miller with a couple of JV wins tonight. Won both the boys and the girls JV games. Looking for some varsity success. And the Miller girls a 10-point lead and the basketball. They lead 15-5, a minute 20 to play opening quarter. Grayson Wordle top of the key for Palmer. 10 on the shot clock. Palmer the drive outside. Lichty's 3 is blocked by Cotton, and Cotton gonna just race the other way. And here's a reach-in foul on the Rustlers. That's Paige Wordle's second, and now we go back to the free throw line. Norden arguing his point there that maybe that call should not have been made, but of course you won't change any minds here, as the first free throw is no good for Carly Cotton. Cotton 1 of 3 from the line. She shot all 3 of the Faulkton free throws. Here comes Faith Baumberger on for Coach Norden. Baumberger to replace Paige Wordle with her second foul. Savannah Hayes will check out of the game as well as Cotton flings the second free throw, and that one rattles in. So 4 on the night for Carly Cotton. Rustlers lead 15-6. Minute 5 left opening quarter. Right corner here for Schlechter. Aaliyah drive to the free throw line. Back out to Palmer. Palmer a drive, kicks it out for a corner 3, and that one is good. Aaliyah Schlechter from downtown. Her first 3. Rustlers third on the night. Schlechter with 7 to lead the Rustlers, and they lead the Trojans here 18-6. Trojans get another Miller foul and will go back to the line with 44 seconds to play in the first. And is this somebody else's second foul? It is. It's Kate Lichty's second. So she has 2. Kolda has 2. Paige Wordle has 2. And the Faulkton Trojans have been in the bonus for just about the second half of this opening quarter. First free throw, no good. Second free throw, no good, as Sen misses them both. Faulkton 2 of 6 from the line, and the Rustlers going to give it up on the other end after the rebound. Trying to get it back is Palmer. Palmer's on the deck. Ball kicked ahead, and again, Jamie Sen takes it away. So Faulkton will get it back. Shot clock is off. 25 seconds to play first quarter. Rustlers lead by a dozen. 18-6, Miller on top. Martin Miss out near the timeline, playing catch with Cotton as they run it down. Start the play at 10 or 15. Cotton having Grayson Wordle kind of force the issue. Cotton going to step back for a 3 on the right wing. No good. Rebounded by Baumberger. Baumberger's pass ahead to Lichty, or excuse me, Schlechter. Schlechter cross court. Here's a 3 at the buzzer. That one is no good, but the Miller Rustlers with a 12-point lead after a quarter. Miller 18, Faulkton 6. Back with the second quarter. More girls basketball on the way after a 60-second timeout on Dakota Sports. 12:10 KOKK.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach & Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller. 8 minutes on the board. Rustlers with a 12-point lead. Cotton stops the dribble, top of the key. Little trap there, right wing for Stecker. Stecker on the drive from 6 feet is no good. Couple of players on the deck over the rebound. Faulkton will get it. They'll put up another shot that's no good. And Faith Baumberger will clear the board for the Rustlers. Miller with their biggest lead right now. It does an 18-6 and a chance to add on here as they deny Faulkton again. I don't know what Trojan shot from the field in the opening quarter. They hit 2 field goals, but I know they're 2 of 6 from the line. And off to a slow start here in Miller as the Rustlers again that 12-point lead. Here's Baumberger from the corner. Trying to work it inside to Saenga. Ball knocked away and a steal by Faulkton. Olivia Hadrick back across midcourt for the Trojans. Left wing for Jamie Sens. And a 5'9" junior inside outside. You'll see her kind of all over. Trying to lob it into Cotton. Ball knocked away and Palmer the steal. So Jolie Palmer again gets it back for the Rustlers, and Miller a chance to add on to their 12-point lead. Grayson Wordle on the right wing for Palmer in the corner. Palmer off the Saenga screen and got up in the air and had nowhere to go with it. I think she thought initially she was going to be able to give it back to Madeline, but Saenga had a defender in front of her and takes the step. So a turnover back to the Trojans. Rustlers stuck on a dozen, and of course, you got a 12-point lead. Not a bad place to be. And here's another Miller foul as the Rustlers just got to feel like they can't get much of anything done tonight without a whistle. Here's one on Grayson Wordle. In this game, it'll be the 8th against Miller. The Trojans were in the bonus in the opening quarter for the second 4 minutes of the quarter. Here's a missed shot on the baseline, and Cotton trying to save the rebound in, not going to be able to get there in time, and the Rustlers will inbound with 6.5 to play in the first half, holding on to that 12-point lead, 18-6. Currently led by Aaliyah Schlechter with 7. Jolie Palmer's got 6. Kate Lichty with a 3. Miller's got to feel pretty good with Colda hasn't even started scoring yet, nor is Grayson Wordle, and already a 12-point lead. Grayson Wordle ready on the inbounds. We'll bring it into Palmer. Jolie Palmer, one dribble, fires it down left corner for Baumberger. Baumberger back up top. Palmer, little drive inside, back out. Corner 3 by Grayson Wordle is up and in. So Grayson Wordle with her first basket, and that'll make it a 15-point Miller advantage. Here's Hadrick across the timeline, and Baumberger almost got her to give it up. Martinmas on the wing, back up top for Kelly Stecker. Stecker trying to hit Cotton. Cotton's pass is off the hands. Oh, I thought it went off Baumberger. I guess not. It's off Cotton. And the Rustlers will inbound, and again, a chance to add on to what is now their biggest lead at 15 points, 21-6. Palmer right wing. Schlechter free throw line jumper. That one no good. Rebound though. Offensive board by Palmer outside to Grayson Wordle, and they'll get another look with a new shot clock. Here's Baumberger from the left corner. Pass to Palmer up top, knocked away, nearly stolen. The Miller Rustlers just going to tip it ahead. Saenga's on the deck. Martin misses on the deck. Jump ball is called, and the Rustlers will hold on to it. So everything coming up Miller early in this one. 5 minutes, 30 seconds to play until the half, and Rustlers lead 21-6. There's Hadrick and Stecker checking out. Anna Aesop is back on. Savannah Hayes re-enters the matchup as well. Oh, maybe not. Maybe Sen got back in. Here's a free throw line jumper. That one no good for Palmer. Rebound Cotton, and Cotton race, or Stecker rather. Stecker racing the other way. No, that is Cotton. Stuck on the right wing. Drives in on Baumberger. Got past her. Flips up the shot. No good. Tried to get her own rebound. The Trojans do end up with it. It ends up in the hands of Presley Martinmas, and she'll put it up and in. So Martinmas with her first basket. Cuts the Miller lead to 13 at 21-8, and the Rustlers will turn it over again, trying to lob it down to Baumberger in the corner. Over her head and out of bounds, and Norden wants to talk it over. 4:56 to play until the half. Miller 21, Faulkton 8. Back with more girls basketball in 30 seconds. 30 seconds on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller. 4:56 left here in the first half. 21-8 the Rustlers lead, although Miller having kind of a rough go to start this quarter. They got the Grayson Wordle 3. They've also turned the ball over a handful of times here in the second. Still though holding on, 13-point lead. Biggest lead was 15. Here's a ball knocked into the backcourt. The Trojans though get the tip and will be allowed to collect it in the backcourt. Here's Olivia Hadrick in the right corner on the right wing now for Sen. Jamie Sen going to drive all the way to the basket. Came up short. Palmer there for the rebound. Palmer back across midcourt, and that's another reason the Rustlers have built this large lead, is Faulkton having a tough night from the field. Well, free throw line too for that matter, 2 for 6. Lob inside looking for Baumberger, over her head, picked up by Sen. Sen racing the other way. Palmer knocks it out of bounds. And Faulkton will inbound right in front of the Miller bench. Nearing the midway point of the second, 4:14 to play in the first half. 21-8, Miller on top. Olivia Hadrick, the inbounds to Sen. Sen down in the corner for Anna Aesop. Aesop inside as Stecker trying to work it up, and whistle on the Rustlers. That has been a theme of the night. Miller has been called for a lot of fouls this evening. Leah Schlecter's second there. She has 2. Paige Wordle has 2. Morgan Kolda has 2. Kate Lichty has 2. I think that's the 9th on the team. They had 8 or 7 called on them in that opening quarter. Here's Kaylin Anderberg coming in. Anderberg to replace Schlechter. Faulkton making some changes as well as Sen and Aesop check out. Free throw here for Stecker is good. So she'll go 1 of 2. Rustler's going to take a quick 3, no good, but an offensive board by Palmer. And here's a shot by Anderberg, and that one is affected, and a whistle will send Kaylin Anderberg to the free throw line. Presley Martinmas will pick up her first foul, and that for Faulkton will be their 3rd of the entire night. Anderberg ready for some free throws here. The sophomore's first is no good. Miller from the line, 1 out of 2. The Trojans right now are 3 out of 8. Anderberg ready with her second free throw. That one is in the air, pops off the heel, no good. Rebound, Martinmas. Martinmas, long lead pass for Cotton. Cotton pushes one up. Oh, she got the basket and one as she was flailing out of bounds. So she's got a half dozen. Cotton with a chance to tack on another. The foul is on, I think, Palmer, and that will be Jolie Palmer's first. So an extra free throw here for Carly Cotton. She's 2 for 4 on the night. Knocks down the extra, converts the old-fashioned 3, and cuts the Miller lead back to 8. 21-13 Rustlers. 3:45 remaining here in the first half. Here's Anderberg inside, goes left off the heel again, and a whistle on the rebound. And I don't know who that's on. I assume Miller, but you just never know. No, it looks like this one will go on Faulkton. It'll be Kelly Stecker, her first. Lob into Baumberger, back underway. Right corner, here's Grayson Wordle. Wordle the drive, up top for Palmer. Palmer for Anderberg to Saenga. Anderberg's pass ripped. Martin missed the steal. Presley to the other end. Layup too strong, but an offensive board by Hadrick. The putback won't go, and this time the rebound grabbed by Jolie Palmer. Palmer across the timeline will slow things up. Lob in the right corner. Here's Baumberger looking at 3. Swings it into Saenga. Saenga going to leave it out. Palmer doesn't want the long 2. Left wing Anderberg. Anderberg on the baseline drive. Back to Grayson Wordle on the right wing. Palmer up top. Setting up Saenga in the post. They got her doubled in there. It's 1-3-1 zone. Whoever gets the ball gets a defender and a half, sometimes two. Inside Syenga, double team, ball ripped by Cotton. Cotton the other way, ran into the defense, and it went out of bounds, and they're going to say it's off Miller. Chase Casper wants a timeout, so we'll do the same. 2:47 to play first half. Miller's lead is down to 8, 21-13. We'll take a minute. Back in 60 seconds on KOKK.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Miller. 2:40 to play first half as the Trojans back to within 8. 21-13. Rustlers have had a lead as big as 15. Trojans on a 7-0 run. Miller got a 3 to open the quarter, and then 7 unanswered here from the Trojans. There's a whistle, and I assume, again, that'll be on Miller just based on Coach Norden's reaction. It will be on J.C. Pugh. That's her first. And another will put the Trojans in the bonus again. Martin missed a 3 off the inbounds, and that one is good. So here come the Trojans. 10 points in the quarter. And here's a steal. Trojans the other end. Baumberger going to chase it down and poke it out of bounds. So Rustlers' lead was 21-6. Now a 10-0 run by the Trojans has us at a 5-point game. And again, Miller gives it back. Trojans another. Martin missed 3 off the inbounds. That one is up and over. Syenga on the rebound. Syenga ahead to Palmer. Palmer clears it for Grayson Wordle in the center circle. Back to Palmer all the way down left corner for Baumberger. Left wing now. Here's a 3 by Pugh. That one no good. Rebound Grayson Wordle chases it down, saves it in. And the Rustlers are going to come away with it as Palmer ends up on the deck to take it away. Back inside Syenga. Syenga for Baumberger. Baumberger for 3. No good. Rebound in the corner. Chased down by Cotton. Nope, Stecker. Stecker over to Cotton, and Cotton will take it across the timeline as this run continues for Faulkton, a 10-0 run. Rustlers hit a 3 to open this quarter and have not seen anything since. Here's a Faulkton miss and a Miller rebound. Rustlers with a minute to play. To the offensive end, J.C. Pugh in the corner. Here's Grayson Wordle to Palmer, around to Baumberger left corner. She drives baseline. Tried to leave it in for Syenga, nobody there, and a rip and a steal for Faulkton. Back across midcourt, the Trojans. Here's Cotton just left to the top of the key, guarded by Pugh. Here comes the screen. Cotton for 3, got it. Carly Cotton from long range. 6 in the quarter for Cotton, 10 in the game. And it's a 2-point Miller lead, 21-19, and they turned it over again, trying to get it to Pugh in the corner, over her head and out of bounds. So 31 seconds to play in the half. Shot clock is off. Faulkton will have it. A Miller foul would result in Faulkton free throws, and the Trojans back across midcourt now with a chance to tie this game. With about halfway through the second, they were down 21-5. Martinmas on the left wing. Part of that, she's got 5 in the quarter. Carly Cotton's got 6, including a new 3 and an old 3. Here's another 3 by Cotton, no good, and the rebound by Baumberger. And Miller going to have a chance to get something going to close out the quarter. It'll be a Bomberger 3, and it's no good. And that'll do it for the first 2 quarters of a girls matchup here in Miller. Rustlers led 21-5. Trojans closed the half on a 14-0 run and cut it to a 2-point game. At the break in Miller, Rustlers 21, Trojans 19. Back in 3 minutes with the halftime show. 3 minutes on 1210 KOKK.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
This is Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is halftime, and welcome back to Miller. The Miller Rustler girls here looking for win number 12 on the season. This is the 19th game of the year. One more after this, and we'll be off into the postseason. Rustlers off to a great start tonight. They led 18-6 after a quarter. Grayson Wordle knocked down a 3 to open the second quarter to stretch that lead to 15, and that was it. Faulkton would go on a 13-0 run to close out the quarter and get it back to a 2-point game. Miller 21, Faulkton 19. Other scores brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. The Mirror on 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. You can get an appointment one of two ways, or again, they do accept walk-ins at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. To get an appointment with Lori at the Mirror, call 605-883-HAIR. To get an appointment with Kylie at the Mirror, call or text 605-553-1628. Again, 605-553-1628 for Kylie, or call Lori at 605-883-HAIR. Get yourself an appointment at the Mirror Family Hair Care. And the Mirror brings us our scoreboard updates. Well, the Rustlers have picked up 2 wins already tonight in the JV matchups. The Miller JV girls won 35-13. The Miller JV boys won 49-36. As we mentioned, the varsity girls leading Faulkton at the break by a basket, 21-19. Other area scores, James Valley Christian leading Sanborn Central Woonsocket in the third quarter with about 2 minutes to play in Woonsocket. The Vikings leading the Blackhawks 35-24. Wessington Springs girls on top of Kimball White Lake 17-8. You had about 3 minutes to play in the opening quarter of that one. Miller and Faulkton, of course, we got live on your radio. Highmore Herald is taking on Ipswich tonight. I see maybe we'll be able to pass along a score from that at some point. Iroquois Lake Preston taking on Coleman Egan at home tonight, so we'll try to get you any scores passed along there. Of course, the Tigers are off. Tigers are back Thursday and Friday on Dakota Sports. Boys matchups tonight, Sanborn Central Woonsocket JVC, second of a doubleheader there. Kimball White Lake Wessington Springs boys will play the back end of a doubleheader. Have scores maybe from that later on. We'll just see what does get reported and what doesn't. And of course, Miller and Faulkton, we'll have that boys matchup coming live on your radio here on KOKK. So that's what I got for scores. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Well, again, the Miller Rustler girls jumped down to an early lead. They led by a dozen after a quarter. A Grayson Wordle 3 to open the second, made it a 15-point advantage at 21-6, and that would be it. A 13-0 run by the Faulkton Trojans, and we got ourselves a 2-point game at the break. Miller 21, Faulkton 19. Come back with some individual scores and wrap up the halftime show after a 2-minute timeout. Miller girls hanging on by 2. We're back in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller. Halftime girls game, 21-19, the Rustlers lead. And Miller letting a big lead in that second quarter go to a 2-point game. Faulkton Trojans have 3 players in the score column. Presley Martinmas had 5 points all in that second quarter run. Kelly Stecker had 4. She had a couple of free throws in that quarter. And Carly Cotton had 6 in the quarter and 10 in the half. Cotton knocked down the only 3 of the night. Well, one of 2 threes on the night, as Martinmas has the other one. 10 for Carly Cotton here as the Faulkton Trojans. 6 in the first, 13 in the second. 19 points in the first half. They're 5-9 from the free throw line. Rustlers got a bench score from Kate Lichty. She knocked down a 3. 4 of the 5 starters have scored for Miller. Paige Wordle 2, Grayson Wordle 3. 6 for Jolie Palmer. So all 6, of course, in the opening quarter. And Aaliyah Schlechter put up 7 in that opening frame when Miller jumped out to that early 12-point and what was later a 15-point lead. Again, the Rustlers led by Schlechter with 7, Jolie Palmer with 6. Miller put up 18 in the first, 3 in the second, 21 in the first half. They're 1 of 3 from the line. Rustlers, I believe, will have the possession arrow here to start the second half of a 2-point game. 21-19 Miller. Trojans starters back checking in here, and it looks like Faulkton will have the possession arrow. So Trojans will have the first possession of the second half and an early chance to tie or maybe take the lead, something they have not seen on the scoreboard since, well, at all. I think they were tied at 2, and that was about it. Inbounds here, back underway. Cotton out near the timeline. Here comes Jamie Sen for the screen. Pass inside. Shot no good from in close for Hadrick, but another whistle. This will be a Rustler foul, and I think it's going to get Hadrick some free throws. So we'll start off where we left off in the first half. A foul on Miller, Palmer's second. First of the second half, all of 18 seconds in. Here's a free throw. No good for Hadrick, and she will, oh, maybe not Hadrick. Let's see here. I think that's Stecker. Either way, 1 for 2, it was Stecker, so she splits a pair, and it's a 1-point game, 21-20 Miller. Rustlers across the timeline, Grayson Wordle back to Morgan Kolda. Kolda back to Wordle right wing. She'll play catch. Kolda on the left wing. Morgan looks at 3, drives past the defense and flings it into the corner where nobody was. Palmer had cut to the basket. Kolda was setting her up for the deep ball, and the Trojans will inbound again with a chance to take the lead. Bring it into Cotton in the backcourt. Guarded back there by Paige Wordle. Cotton across midcourt into the lane. Tried to go at Palmer, kind of fell backwards, went right back at it, and Carly Cotton will put it up and in, and the Trojans lead 22-21. They trailed in this game 21-6 with 7 minutes to play in the first half, and now a 1-point lead a minute into the third. Cross court, here's Wordle. Grayson down in the corner for Page. Page trapped, back to Grayson on the wing. Kolda up top, right wing, Palmer for 3. No good. Rebound tipped out by the Rustlers. Moves off Schlechter and out of bounds, and again Faulkton will get it back as the scoring drought continues for Miller, as they have not scored a point either way on this basketball court for over a quarter. Here's Kolda blocking the pass out of bounds, and the Trojans will inbound. Be Kelly Stecker right in front of the scorer's table with 6:40 to play in the third. Faulkton now on top, 22-21. There's Cotton on the wing. Drives, backs it away. Long 2 in the air. That one no good. Kolda the rebound. Kolda racing the other end with Palmer. Kolda will put it up and in. So Morgan Kolda with her first basket and Miller's first points. Here's Palmer stealing the inbounds, and they'll put it up and in. And that is precisely what the Rustlers needed to get something to happen here this quarter. They get the Kolda basket, her first. They get the steal. Now they have Hadrick trapped in the backcourt, and Casper's going to have to burn a timeout to save possession. 6:05 to play in the third. Rustlers back on top, 25-22. We'll take a 30-second break. Back in 30 on KOKK.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller. Rustlers back on top. Built a 3-point lead, 25-22. Scoring drought lasts just over 8 minutes, but the Rustlers get back-to-back baskets, steal an inbound, get some noise in the building here. Faulkton in close. Here's Martin miss. Can't hit. Rebounded by Schlechter. So Miller will have it again. Chance to add on to this 3-point lead. Kolda on the wing. Schlechter in the corner looks at 3. Back to Morgan Kolda. Top for Grayson Wordle now. Grayson trying to get it inside to Schlechter. Knocked away. Martin reaches in to tie her up. And we're going to have a jump ball, or is that a foul? Oh, it's a jump ball now. So Kolda will inbound for the Miller Rustlers. 5.5 left in the third. Remember, Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show comes your way after this one. And we'll have both games of a doubleheader tonight. Here's a Cotton rip. Carly Cotton to the other end. Layup comes off the side of the iron. Long rebound, though, tipped all the way out to Sen near the timeline. And Faulkton will get another look. Cotton right side, lost her defender, steps through, puts it up again, too strong. Kolda on the rebound, and she is fouled by Carly Cotton. So after Faulkton enjoys a nice stretch of everything, every bounce kind of going their way, the Rustlers get a little bit of momentum back here. Cotton's second foul will set Kolda up across the timeline as Rustlers back on top, 25-22, trailed briefly here in the third after leading the entire game. Here's Kolda set for 3, and that one is good. Well, that's the last thing Faulkton's going to want is for Morgan Kolda to heat up, as it was a tight game already without Kolda scoring. And here's a Morgan Kolda steal. She'll easily to the rack for the lay-in. Kolda waking them up in Miller. She's got 7 in the quarter. Rustlers back up 8, 30-22. Presley Martin missed to the other end. Her runner blocked by Schlechter, picked up by Grayson Wordle. So just like that, the Rustlers a chance to make it a 10-point advantage. Schlechter no good from in close. Jamie Sen on the board, and then she put the elbow into her. And that is an offensive foul on Jamie Sen. So Sen will pick up her first. It'll be the second on Faulkton here in the quarter. Hadrick is going to come out of the ball game. That'll bring Anna Asap in. So the Rustlers again a chance to get back up 10. They bring it into Schlechter. Ball tipped away by Sen, and a steal by the Trojans. Picked up by Martinmas, and now a foul on Miller as they had Martinmas kind of trapped in the backcourt. We'll see who this one is on. And it's Paige Wordle's third. So Kate Lichty will come back in. Wordle will check out. 4:18 to play in the third. 30-22. Rustlers by 8. Now Faulkton on the inbounds. Bring it into Martinmas. Kolda almost took it away again, and she did. Pass ahead for Grayson Wordle. Back to Kolda, right wing. Looks at a deep 3. Won't pull the trigger. Pass inside for Lichty. Back out to Grayson, and now Kolda on the wing. Morgan wants that 3. Cross court for Paige Wordle, and now Palmer in the left corner. Palmer all the way across. Grayson Wordle sets for 3. No good. Soaring in for the rebound is Presley Martinmas. Martinmas the other way. Kolda stole it again. Filthy plus the lay-in. Oh, she missed the layup. Rebound is knocked out, and it's off Kolda. And boy, Kolda upset with herself there, although she has done quite a bit here in the third quarter. All 7 of her points have come over the last few minutes, and a couple of steals led to a couple of baskets, and the Rustlers back up 8. Martinmas in the backcourt. Another steal. Grayson Wordle knocked it away. This one's going to get out of bounds on him. So Faulkton will inbound again, but the momentum has again kind of shifted back to the Miller Rustlers. Inbounds, and it goes off Cotton's foot and out of bounds, and you just can't have a much worse bounce than that. So again, the luck seems to be all on one team's side. The Rustlers had it all in the opening quarter, all Faulkton in the second, and now all Miller so far to start the third. Here's a Kolda miss, rebounded by Cotton. Oh, she almost lost it out of bounds near the timeline, but this time finds the handle. Cotton going to drive all the way to the basket, flips up a shot, no good. Kolda the rebound. Morgan Kolda back across midcourt. Kolda wanting to push the issue, drives all the way to the basket, throws up the runner, and a whistle will send her to the free throw line. Kolda went in low block and got the contact that she wanted, hoping she'd get a whistle on some free throws, and she will, as Presley Martinmas will pick up her second. And Kolda to the free throw line here. Chance to make it 10 for the Rustlers. She's got 7 on her own here in the third. 7 of the Rustlers' 9 points. First free throw, no good. The Rustlers 1 of 4 from the free throw line tonight. Here comes Savannah Hayes, the senior, back in. She'll replace Kelly Stecker with 3:09 to play in the third. Kolda ready with another free throw. Hard to believe this is game 19 for both these squads. As one more after this, and the regular season will be in the books. Playoffs going to start, I think, next week. We'll have some early playoff games, so keep an eye on that Dakota Sports schedule. Jeff will keep you updated every morning. Here's the ball knocked away and a steal by Grayson Wordle. Grayson to the other end. Wordle stuck down in the corner. She'll step back for 3. No good. Rebound Palmer, and they'll get another look. Kolda top of the key. Fresh shot clock as well. Jolie Palmer in the left corner. Backdoor cut. Grayson Wordle passed through her hands and out of bounds, and a turnover back to Faulkton. Here comes Paige Wordle back on. She'll replace Jolie Palmer. And a whistle here, and the official sees something he doesn't like. Oh, the net is a little tangled up on the near end. They will 2 for the referee. So now it's 31-22 plus 2 for the Stripes as he knocks down the basket, fixes the net, and gets us back to the action. Rustlers by 9. Faulkton the inbounds to Carly Cotton. Cotton down to the right wing, trying a little give and go, but Lichty sent it right back into her hands, and it slips out of bounds. So again, it just seems that this game has gone 100% Miller's way in the first, all Faulkton in the second, and now all Miller again here in the third. I guess the best the Trojans can hope for at this point is, well, the fourth quarter's got to come eventually. Kolda at the top of the key, and that's again the feeling Miller had in the second as they opened with that 3, and that was it. Here's Grayson Wordle, free throw line jumper, no good. Rebounded by Anna Asap. Asap back across midcourt. Here's Cotton on the double team. Back to Asap top of the key. Martin Miss on the wing. Asap back up top. Doesn't want the 3. Martin Miss on the wing, guarded by Kolda. Top of the key. Now pass in for Cotton. Cotton off the window. That's good. And a foul. So Cotton with 14 to lead the scoring in this one. And she'll go to the free throw line, try to make it 15. The foul appears to be on Kate Lichty, and that's going to be 3 on her. So she has 3, Paige Wordle has 3, 2 for Jolie Palmer, 2 for Schlechter, 2 for Kolda. Third on the Rustlers here in the third quarter, and we go to the free throw line with Carly Cotton. She's 3 out of 5 and knocks down the extra free throw here. So 5 in the quarter, 15 in the game for Cotton. And the Rustler lead is back to a half dozen, 31-25. Morgan Kolda across midcourt from Paige Wordle. Paige down in the corner. Lichty cross court. Kolda sets for 3. Came up short. Lichty to rebound. Puts it right back up. It won't go again. This time the rebound Cotton. Cotton has it knocked away by Lichty in the steal. And Lichty puts the basket in, but it will not count. I think we'll have a foul before the shot. So the Rustlers, I think, will be inbounding. It'll be Kelly Stecker, and that is her second. Miller will inbound as that's 4 on Faulkton here in the quarter. So Miller nearing the bonus. Inbounds to Lichty. Lichty back outside. Here's another 3. That one no good. Kolda backdoor rebound and puts it up and in. Kolda's feet never touched the ground. She got up in the air to get the rebound and just set it up and in. Across the timeline, Faulkton ball knocked away. Steal by Paige Wordle. Rustlers up 8, and again a chance to make it 10. Kolda all the way to the basket, and a whistle will send her to the line. Kind of ran into a pretty stout defense there, but just not quite set enough for the officials, I guess, as Kelly Stecker will pick up back-to-back fouls, and that'll be her third. That's 5-2 on the Trojans here in the third, so the Rustlers in the bonus for the final 57 seconds of the quarter. J.C. Pugh will come in after a free throw from Kolda, which rattles in. Kolda's 2 out of 3 in the quarter. She's got 11 of the 13 Miller points here in the third. Rustlers back up 9, and Kolda with a chance to make it 10. Stecker's going to check out with her third. Bring Jamie Sen back on for Faulkton. Another free throw for Colda, trying to make it a double-digit lead. Second free throw was airborne and good. She's 3 out of 4 in the quarter. She's got a dozen points, 12 of their 14 here in the third, and Miller back up 10, 35-25. Down in the right corner, Cotton taking baseline, drives all the way, shot went off the side of the backboard, picked up by the Rustlers. Pugh on the rebound. Right wing ahead to Palmer. Palmer looking inside, ball knocked away, Cotton another steal. Cotton turns it back up court, 35 seconds left in the third. Cotton wants to go coast to coast, steps through, no good, but a whistle will send Carly Cotton to the free throw line. The foul's on Jolie Palmer, so that'll be 3 on her. That'll be the 9th foul altogether called here in the quarter. And the whistles have been active in this game. First free throw for Cotton is no good. Carly Cotton on the night, 4 out of 7 from the line, 15 points to lead all scorers. Second free throw is up and in. So back to a 9-point game, 35-26 Rustlers. 25 seconds left in the third. Colda across the timeline. Pugh in the left corner. Colda back up top for Grayson Wordle. Setting up the final play of the third. Shot clock is off. Down to 10 seconds as Colda puts the play in motion. Palmer, left wing. She'll pop a quick 3, and that one is good. Jolie Palmer from downtown, second 3 of the night. She's got 11, and it'll be a Rustler 12-point lead after 3 quarters, 38-26. We'll see what should be an interesting fourth quarter coming up in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Well, the way this one has gone, this quarter should be a whole lot of Faulkton to make it a close game. And they start off on the right note as Cotton going to hoist one up on the baseline. Cotton's got 18 on the night, and it's a 10-point game, 38-28 Miller. Here's Colda for 3. That one no good. Rebound, Jamie Sen. Faulkton trying to pick up their 15th win on the season here in the 19th game. They're 14-4. Miller at 11-7. Rustlers have won 3 out of 4 after a mid-season 4-game losing skid. There's a foul on Miller. And it'll be the 3rd of the night on Aaliyah Schlechter. Lob in near the top of the key. They'll get it back inside to Cotton. Cotton going to turn and fire. Shot no good. Offensive rebound. Tipped down into the corner, and Martinmas will come away with it. Martinmas pass top of the key for Annika Mueller. Mueller pass inside. Martinmas from in close. No good. Rebounded by Palmer. Jolie Palmer lobbing it down court all the way under the basket, or all the way low block anyway to Schlechter. And here's a ball knocked out of bounds, and it's off Schlechter. And Faulkton will have it. Olivia Hadrick back on for the Trojans. Also back in is Kelly Stecker. They're going to replace Anna Aesop and Annika Mueller. Mueller, an 8th grader, getting some time for Faulkton. Just under 7 minutes to play. Cotton again, coast to coast, steps through, puts it in off the window. So Cotton with 4 in the quarter, a 4-0 run of her own. She's got 20 in the game. Miller's lead is 8, 38-30 with 6:40 to play. Gary's All Auto Glass postgame report comes your way after this one. And then remember, another ball game. We got a boys game coming up. Here's Kolda from the free throw line. That jumper's off the mark. She's on the deck after her own rebound. Tied up by Martin Miss, and the jump ball will stay with Miller. So the first quarter, all Rustlers, 18-6. Second quarter, all Faulkton, 13-3. Third quarter, back to the Rustlers, 17-7. And again, if the flow of this game dictates this quarter, it'll be a whole lot of Faulkton, and we'll have a close finish. Here's a 3. That one is no good. Rebound knocked out, and they're going to say it's off Jamie Sen. One official said it was off Palmer and out of bounds. The other official says no, he saw it go off Sen. And so Miller will hold on to it on their end. Pass in for Kolda. Kolda thought about some moves on the low block, but will retreat out to the corner. Here's Schlechter back inside. Ball knocked away, and another Faulkton steal. Stecker will come away with it, leaves it for Cotton. Cotton pushes to the timeline, having the Wordles hang back for a little defense, trying to force Cotton into a turnover. They did get her to dribble it off her foot, but it's picked up by Hedrick. Hedrick right wing, runs into a double team, flips it down in the corner. Martin Miss around one defender, and the finish. Presley Martin Miss with her third basket. She's got 7. Rustler lead is 6, 38-32. Here's Grayson Wordle across midcourt, down to the right corner. Wordle back to Kolda with 5.5 to play. Jolie Palmer just left to the top, and here's a ball ripped by Sen. Sen ahead to Martin Miss. Martin Miss all the way to the basket. Layup is good. Presley with her first basket. It's an 8-0 run to start the quarter for Faulkton, and Norton needs a timeout. 5:19 to play, 4-point game, 38-34 Miller. We're back after a timeout of a minute. Back in 60 seconds. No, make it 30. A 30-second timeout, 30 seconds on KOKK.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Miller in what has been a roller coaster affair. The Rustlers jumped out to a big early lead. Faulkton erased that lead. Rustlers built it up again after 3 quarters, and now Faulkton on the comeback. It's a 4-point game, 38-34. Miller leads. Miller with the ball. Here's Palmer. The turnaround on the baseline is no good. Cotton there for the rebound. Cotton splits a double team to move it up court, and now almost lost it. Cotton on the deck, flips it ahead, and they will hold on to it in a pass to Hedrick, and then Hedrick throws it away, trying to lob it underneath to Jamie Sen, but the pass well over her head and out of bounds, and Kolda will inbound here for Miller with 5 minutes to play. Rustlers up 38-34. Here's Grayson Wordle. Pass across to Kolda. Kolda left corner. Hits a cutting Palmer. Palmer ran into the defense there. Throwed up a shot. No good. Rebound Cotton, but taken away by Palmer, and then Palmer puts it up and in. Well, looked at first like Palmer was going to have that rebound anyway, but Cotton kind of took it away the first time, and now Cotton's coast to coast. Sometimes they just make it look easy. That was one of those times. 22 points on the night for Cotton. 40-36, Miller by 4. Pass inside, ball knocked away, and another steal for the Trojans. Stecker took it away. Stecker ahead to Cotton. Cotton left side. Jamie Sen drive to the basket at a layup is good. Sen's got her first basket on the night. Rustlers lead is 2, 40-38 with 4 minutes to play. Grayson Wordle over to Kolda. Kolda just left to the top of the key, thinking about pulling it. Backdoor cut, Paige Wordle. Paige's pass back outside. Here's a long 2 on the way and good for Palmer. Is Palmer heating up here in the second half? She's got 7 in the half, 16 in the game, or 13 in the game. Well, Morgan Kolda has cooled off a little bit since that 12-point third quarter. There's a ball knocked away and a steal by Grayson Wordle. So the Rustlers get it back, leading by 4 with 3:20 to play. Kolda just left of the top, inside for Paige Wordle. Paige had it knocked away, finds the handle, puts up a shot, and a whistle will send Paige Wordle to the free throw line. Fouls on Stecker, and that'll be 4 on her. I assume Coach Casper probably anticipating a change of some sort. Looks like he's going to get Anna Asup in momentarily. A free throw here for Paige Wordle is no good. The Rustlers as a team are 4 of 8 from the free throw line, and Casper now wants a timeout. 3:15 to play, 42-38. Rustlers by 4. Another free throw when we come back in a minute. A 60-second timeout on KOKK.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller. 3:15 remaining in this girls matchup. Got a boys matchup on the way as well. Doubleheader tonight on Dakota Sports. Take a look at your scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror. Scoreboard right now, 42-38 Rustlers. Paige Wordle no good on the first of 2 free throws. Second is up and in, as the Casper timeout does not freeze the kicker, and she knocks one down. Faulkton pretty close to an over and back. Cotton able to keep it across the timeline. As Cotton going to fire a 3, and that one is good. And Carly Cotton is officially on fire. 9 in the quarter, 15 in the half, 25 in the game. Here's the Miller 3, no good. Rebound Grayson Wordle. So the Rustlers will get another look. Wordle back out to Palmer. Tried to shoot it inside to Paige Wordle, but quick hands there by Cotton. And it's out of bounds on Faulkton. Kelly Stecker back on for the Trojans to replace Olivia Hadrick with 2:43 to play. Miller 43, Faulkton 41. Rustlers with the basketball. Here's Grayson Wordle out near the top of the key. Swings it over to Palmer to Kolda in the left corner. Kolda on the dribble to the top. Paige Wordle to Grayson in the corner. Grayson on the dribble. Down to Palmer now in the corner. Back to Grayson, around to Kolda. Kolda sets for a deep 3. That one is good. Morgan Kolda with her first basket of the quarter. Second 3 of the game. She's got... I got her for 15. They got her for 14 on the big board. 2:10 to play. Rustlers' lead is 5. Here's a ball inside and another nice play by the Faulkton Trojans as Stecker, or excuse me, Annika Mueller is going to get the basket. 46-43, and now here's a ball knocked away and another Faulkton steal. Long pass for Martin Miss, and she will finish it off. Presley Martin Miss with a half dozen in the fourth, 11 in the game. And it's a 1-point affair, 46-45, Miller by 1, 90 seconds to play. Grayson Wordle around to Kolda. Kolda left corner, Palmer another 3. No good, offensive rebound though, grabbed by Schlechter. Back out to Grayson Wordle for 3, no good. Rebound this time, Sen. and she is fouled. And I think that's Paige Wordle. For Paige, that'll be her fourth. Just the second on Miller in the quarter, though, is no team really even close to the bonus with 1:17 to play. 46-45, Rustlers by 1. Cotton had a ball go off her shoulder, and now a couple of players tied up, and a jump ball will stay with Faulkton. 1 minute and 12 seconds remaining in regulation. Miller 46, Faulkton 45, Trojans with the ball. Stecker will inbound. Bounces it into Cotton. Cotton all the way to the basket. Nope, a steal by Jolie Palmer. Palmer will give it back to Grayson. No Schlechter. Schlechter inside to Paige Wordle. Paige can't convert on the basket, but does get the whistle. And Paige Wordle will go to the free throw line for some pretty big free throws. That'll be it for Kelly Stecker. She will foul out with 5 points on the night. She was 3 of 4 from the free throw line, and she'll foul out with 1:02 to play in regulation. She's replaced by Olivia Hedrick. So Rustlers a 1-point lead. Paige Wordle to the free throw line. She's 1 for 2, 3 points on the night. The Rustlers as a team are 5 out of 9. First free throw is no good, off right for Wordle. And Paige with one more, trying to make it a basket with 1:02 to play. The Rustlers up 1. Wordle's second free throw is no good. Rebound off left side for Hedrick, and another steal by Kolda, and she put it up and in. Unbelievable. 48-45, just like that, the Miller lead is 3. Cotton across midcourt, another steal. It's Grayson Wordle. Grayson will turn it back up court, and now the Rustlers in control. Palmer near the timeline, finds Schlechter. They'll leave it off, and now a whistle. That'll be just the third on Faulkton, so Miller is really in no hurry here. Casper wants a timeout. 38.5 seconds to play. Another Kolda steal and a scoop, make it 48-45. Miller, we're back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuff pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
And welcome back to Miller. 38.5 seconds to play. The Rustlers, after that Kolda steal and converting on the basket, have a 3-point lead, 48-45. 38 seconds to play. Rustlers inbound, stolen away by Hedrick. Hedrick got the Trojans thinking. Back across the timeline. Hedrick on the right wing. Tried to give it off to Cotton, knocked away by Kolda, picked up by Sen. Sen will leave it for Cotton in the center circle. 20 seconds to play. Rustlers by 3. Cotton the drive. Lost her footing on the way to the basket. And a turnover back to the Rustlers. Cotton got around one defender. I think expected some contact and just didn't get it. Now Norden wants a timeout. Miller with the ball. 20 seconds to play and a 3-point lead. We'll take a timeout here of a minute. Back in 60 seconds on KOKK.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller, and what a wild one this has been. Rustlers were up 12 after a quarter. Faulktons dominate the second. It's a 2-point game at the half. Miller back up 12 after 3 quarters. Faulkton had it back to a 1-point game, and right now Miller by 3. The inbounds, they got it ahead to Kolda, and she is immediately fouled, but it's only the 4th team foul on the Trojans, so they're going to have to do it again if they want to try to send Miller to the free throw line, and that's exactly what they'll do. The inbounds, and Presley Martinmas will foul Kolda. So Morgan Kolda to the line for some huge free throws with 15 seconds to play. Morgan on the night is 3 out of 4 from the line. She's got 17 points in the second half, all 17 in the second half. She had 12 of their 17 in the third quarter. First free throw is no good. The Rustlers as a team, 1 out of 5 in the quarter, 5 out of a dozen here in the ball game, but all you need is this one. Kolda's second free throw is on the way, and that one is good, and that'll make it a 4-point game with 15 seconds to play. Martinmas across the timeline. Kolda knocked it away. They'll have to inbound again with 12 seconds left. So the Rustlers up 49-45. Faulkton will inbound to Cotton with 10 seconds left. Cotton, a quick 3, comes up short, got her own rebound. No, she didn't. Kolda took it away, and that'll do it. Kolda back across the timeline. Are they going to foul her? They will. So Carly Cotton's third will close out this game with a couple of Morgan Kolda free throws, and the Rustlers are going to win their 12th game. And what a wild one it was. It looked early like they might win on cruise control. The second quarter, they could not buy a basket. The third quarter, they were on fire. And early on in this fourth quarter, it was all Faulkton, but the Miller Rustlers going to endure. They lead by 4 with a second to play, and Kolda with a second free throw on the way, and that one is good. And that'll put Kolda at 19 points in your final score tonight. Miller 50, Faulkton 45. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report after a 2-minute timeout. Back in 2 minutes. Rustler girls win. 2 minutes to the postgame on KOKK.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir, and welcome back to Miller. The Miller Rustlers have defeated Faulkton here tonight by a score of 50-45, and Gary Zell Auto Glass does bring us our post-game report. Our scoreboard updates, though, are brought to you by the Mirror, and we'll get you a final scoreboard update here for our first game to start off a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report. So, again, the Mirror brings us scoreboard updates. As we mentioned, Miller defeated Faulkton here in girls basketball tonight by the final of 50-45. Taking a look at some other girls' scores, James Valley Christian beat Sanborn Central Woonsocket tonight. 54-39 was the final in that one. Wessington Springs girls leading Kimball White Lake with a minute to play in that game. They're up 56-36. I know Iroquois Lake Preston had a game tonight. I don't think we have a score passed along, and it looks like, no, we don't have anything yet from Iroquois Lake Preston and Coleman Egan, although it looks like that might be a standalone girls game, as that one wasn't scheduled to start until 7:15. Oh, I think it just did update with the score. Iroquois Lake Preston leading Coleman Egan 16-11 with 7 minutes to play in the first half. And as we mentioned a few times tonight, the Tigers are off. Tigers back at it Thursday and Friday. Most of the boys' games just getting underway here, as will ours shortly. I don't have anything from the area here in the boys matchup, and that is your scoreboard update. Scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care downtown Huron. So Gary Zell Auto Glass brings us our post-game report. Well, so far a clean sweep for the Miller Rustlers. The girls JV, Miller wins 35-13. The boys JV, Miller the victory, 49-36. The girls varsity goes to Miller by a final of 50-45, and now just awaiting a boys game here as the Rustlers try to complete the sweep. We'll take a look at some individual numbers here. First for Chase Casper and his Faulkton Trojans. They go to 14-5 with a game remaining in the season. They got 2 bench points tonight from the 8th grader Annika Mueller. 4 of their 5 starters scored. Faulkton had 2 points for Jamie Sen. She was 0 for 2 from the line. 5 for Kelly Stecker. Stecker fouled out with about a minute to play. She ended up 3 out of 4 from the line. 2 more in double figures. Presley Martin hit for 11. And Carly Cotton poured in 25 in the loss. Cotton hit 2 threes in the game. She went 5 of 8 from the free throw line, shooting 8 of her team's 14 free throws in the process. Faulkton scored 6 in the first, 13 in the second, 7 in the third, 19 in the fourth, 45 in the game. They're 8 of 14 from the line, and they go to 14-5 with the loss here tonight. For Eric Norton and the Miller Rustlers, off the bench, a 3 for Kate Lichty. Kaylin Anderberg missed a couple of free throws in the ball game. All 5 starters scored for Miller tonight. 3 apiece for Grayson Wordle and Paige Wordle. Paige 1 of 4 from the free throw line. Grayson Wordle hit a 3 to open the second quarter when Miller led by a dozen after the first quarter. Grayson Wordle hit that 3 to make it a 15-point lead, and they did not score again, as again it was a ball game at the half. Then Miller built up a lead in the third. Faulkton erased it in the fourth, and well, kind of came down to the wire in this one. So again, the Grayson Wordle 3, Paige Wordle 3, 7 for Aaliyah Schlechter. All 7 came in the first 7 minutes of this basketball game. 2 more in double figures. Jolie Palmer with 15. Jolie hit a pair of threes in the game tonight. She was 1 of 1 from the line, converting on an old-fashioned 3. And Morgan Calder would score 19 points, all in the second half of this basketball game. Had not scored at the break. Went 5 of 8 from the line, knocked down a couple of threes, and put up 19 in the second half to lead her team to the 50-45 victory. Miller scored 18 in the first, 3 in the second, 17 in the third, 12 down the stretch, 50 in the game. They went 7 of 15 from the free throw line, and they go to 12-7 with 1 game remaining in the regular season. And that is your first of two on the Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game reports. We will take a break to hear from our sponsor, Gary Zell Auto Glass. We'll come back and wrap up Gary Zell report number one. Remember, we got a boys game coming up. Miller girls win 50-45. We'll close out a Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game show after a 60-second timeout. Back in a minute on KOKK.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Well, a tough loss here tonight for the Faulkton Trojans in our first of two as the Miller Rustler girls pick up the victory 50-45. Eric Norton and the Miller girls with a game to play in the season have 12 wins and now 7 losses. The Faulkton Trojans with a game remaining fall to 14-5. And thanks again to Eric Norton. Thanks again to Chase Casper for a quick word before the game. And, of course, thanks to everybody for helping out on this one tonight. We got another ball game coming up. We got a boys matchup. The Miller Rustlers on the boys side having a little bit of a tougher season on the year here. They come in tonight with a record of 5 wins and 13 losses. And we'll talk a little bit not only with Steve Shoemaker about that, but also Kyle Erdahl, head coach of the Faulkton Trojans, as he doesn't believe that this is a 5-win team that he's facing tonight. We'll talk about that after a short timeout. As again, we close out our first of two. The Miller Rustler girls win 50-45. They complete that sweep so far as the Miller Rustlers won both JV games and now the varsity girls game. And we got one more in the hopper. Miller girls win 50-45. The boys tip off here in about 11 minutes. So what we're going to do, we're going to head back to the studios for 2 minutes. When we return, we'll talk to Faulkton head boys basketball coach Kyle Erdahl. That'll do it for the first of our two Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game reports. Back with a boys pregame show after a 2-minute timeout. We'll talk to Kyle Erdahl, head coach of the Faulkton Trojans. Now getting ready for boys basketball on Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home, probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to the pregame show on KOKK, live from Miller tonight. It's Faulkton in town to take on the Rustlers. The girls' game is in the books. We sit down and get ready for a boys' game here. We'll talk to Steve Shoemaker in a few minutes. Right now, Kyle Erdahl, head coach of the Faulkton boys. And Kyle, thanks for joining us here. Obviously, I haven't seen you on the season. I got you on paper, 13-4. You won 6 out of 7. Just the loss to Potter County in the last 7 games. You got a pretty good run here.
Yeah, the boys are playing well. We wanted to be playing well towards the end of the year, and they found a little bit of something. We had a tough one against Potter the other night, but it's a big rival with us, and, it's always a good game.
Important, though, at game 18, which is tonight, to be playing, at your highest level. You got playoffs right around the corner.
Yeah, for sure. That's always kind of the goal, to be playing our best basketball at the end of the year, and right now I think for the most part we're playing really well. We have some lapses, but we're doing pretty well.
As I said, I haven't seen you. Tell me a little bit about your team, who you lean on, who kind of leads you in scoring, or who just leads you out there on the floor.
Our leader is probably Lane Cotton. He's averaging about 25 a game. Had a big one the other night, and he's definitely the leader. He works his tail off every night, and but we got some guys that can play basketball 1 through 5 or 1 through 6, so we're pretty balanced.
It looks like you got a little bit of beef here. 6'3", 6'1", 6 foot, 6'1", 6 foot. So you guys are pretty big.
Yeah, we got some. Not the tallest, and we don't got any really tall guys or anything like that, but we got some beef and we got some strength. So.
And a little bit here about Miller. What do you know in scouting them? I see them at 5-13. I've seen them a few times this year. They're better than that record indicates, I think.
Yeah, they're a lot better than 5 wins. I think they found something here in the middle of the year. They got 2 guys that can go off any night. So any time that you go against a team that has 2 guys that can score 30, it could be a tough night. So we're just ready to come and try to stop those 2 and see what we can do.
And before we let you go, Kyle, are you a coach that keeps an eye on playoffs? Do you know kind of what the situation would be, or do you just wait till game 20 is over?
I mean, we definitely watch, but I'm a big 1 game at a time type of guy, and right now we're sitting 1 in our region. We'd like to stay there, but we know we got to win these next 2 to get there. So.
All right, real good. Well, thanks for joining us, Coach. Good luck in the game, and hopefully we'll talk to you down the road.
Thank you.
Kyle Erdahl there, head coach of the Faulkton Trojans. Let's send it back to the studios. We'll talk to Steve Shoemaker when we come back, and we'll be ready for boys basketball. Faulkton at Miller coming up on KOKK.
The certified public accounting firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs.
Or no, let's
Income
go
tax
1 here and 1 after.
Computerized bookkeeping.
1 here
audit
and 1
not
after,
audit
please.
financial
1 minute.
statements. Estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers. Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP, CPA firm of Miller.
Shoemaker, 3, 2, and 1.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to the pregame show on KOKK. Matt Watson live from Miller tonight as Faulkton comes to town to take on the Rustlers. We had a girls' game in the books here. We got a boys' game getting ready for it. Sit down right now with the boys' head coach for Miller, Steve Shoemaker. Steve, thanks for joining us here. We were talking before we went on. The last 2 games were losses. Before that, it was 2 wins. But the last 2 losses got to be especially hard. A combined 3 points, a 1-point loss, a 2-point loss. got to be tough to take after those 2 straight wins.
Well, yeah, whenever you lose a game by 1 possession or 2 possessions, as a coach, you go back and you think of a lot of things you could have done differently, and you don't sleep much that night. So, yeah, we want to get a win tonight and kind of put those to bed.
What were a few things in those games? I mean, did it come down to did you come back after, getting behind, or was it their lead there and you lost, or how did those go?
Both games were pretty much close throughout. I don't think anybody had a lead in either game, much over 6 or 7. It was just a back-and-forth game, and we just ran out of time at the end.
You guys have just had a ton of close games this year, and that's going to wear. Does that wear on the kids at all? Does that wear on you at all?
Well, like I said, as a coach, you think back to all those close games and what you could have done differently, and that does keep you up at night a little bit. We just tell the guys, you come back the next day, you work hard, you get better, and the wins will come.
Well, and of course, once this whole regular season thing is over, you playoff spots, and then it's a new season.
And it is. Once region starts, our region this year in Class A is really pretty balanced. I think anybody top to bottom could come out of it, so we want to start peaking here at the right time.
Speaking of, we were talking a little bit before we went on about one of your bench players, William Riesel. Sounds like William's playing a lot better lately, and like you said, this is the time to kind of get putting it together.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with him. He's had a lot of good practices, a lot of good JV games, and he's came in and gave us some really good minutes on the varsity as well.
And of course, don't want to discount any of these kids. A team game. You got a good bunch of kids here. Let's talk a little bit about Faulkton and what you've learned in scouting them. I got them at 13-4. They won 6 out of their last 7. What do you know beyond that, Coach?
Well, they're down the road from us, not too far, so all of our guys know their guys and vice versa. Lane Cotton, of course, is their main go-to guy. He's a senior, so we know him quite well. But they've got a lot of other guys that can contribute as well. They got some pretty good guards that do a lot for him as well.
All right, Coach. Well, thanks a lot for joining us here. Good luck in the game, and we'll talk to you down the road.
Okay, thank you.
Steve Shoemaker, the head coach of the Miller boys. Let's send it back to the studios here. We'll come back with officials, starting lineups, and we'll be ready for tip-off in our 2nd of 2 Faulkton and Miller doubleheader tonight on Dakota Sports.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuff pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller, getting set for a boys matchup. Girls game in the books. Miller looking for the sweep here as they won both JV matchups, and now the girls a fair 50-45. Taking a look at your lineups for Steve Shoemaker and his 5-13 Miller Rustlers. Off the bench, Gentry Harrell, William Riesel, Oliver Fritschke, Joseph Baker, Isaac McKinstry, Terrell Schlechter, and Cole Calvany. Shoemaker and the Rustlers will start number 2, a 6-foot senior, Davin Nelson. Number 4, a 6-foot senior, Trayton Hansen. Number 10, a 6-foot senior, Alex Shoemaker. Number 24, a 6'3 sophomore, Isaac Hunter. And number 34, a 6'4 sophomore, Derek Brueggemann. Brueggemann, Hunter, Shoemaker, Hansen, and Nelson. They'll wear the white unis with the green numbers. Moving over to Kyle Erdahl and his Faulkton Trojans. They come in tonight with a mark of 13-4, winners in 6 of their last 7. Trojans will have off the bench Carter Hall, Gus Kopecki, Corbin Stark, Landon Dickoff, Logan Niederbaumer, Marshall Cones, Riley Simons, Colton Youngerman, and Cord Brand. Erdahl will start number 1, a 5'7 junior, Gian DiMaria. Number 10, a 5'10 sophomore, Spencer Milius. Number 20, a 6'1 junior, Charlie Dieter. Number 24, a 6'3 senior, Lane Cotton. And number 44, a 6'1 junior, Trey McDemus. Again, DiMaria, Milius, Dieter, Cotton, and McDemus. Faulkton will wear the black unis, yellow highlights, yellow numbers. Officials for the game, as always, brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Our law on the floor, again, will be Spencer Aberly, Dustin Pitts, and Josh Steinwant. Again, your law on the court tonight. Spencer Aberly, Dustin Pitts, and Josh Steinwant. Your law on the court. The officiating crew is always brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. Well, Kyle Erdahl and the Trojan boys, game 18 here this evening, 13 wins on the year. This Faulkton boys team 6-1 over their last 7 games. The lone loss in there, Potter County, one they wanted, and one they'll get a chance possibly to get back in the postseason. Miller is wearing the white unis, but the black numbers. Center circle, it'll be Hunter, opposed by Cotton, and we are about ready to get underway. A fresh 8 is on the board. There's the whistle. Tip is up, and we're underway. Trojans will have the first look, tipped into the backcourt to DiMaria, who will run the point for the Trojans. Right wing for Spencer Milius. All the way across the court on the wing. Ball tipped up. Shoemaker the steal. Shoemaker ahead to Hunter. Hunter on the left wing, little hesitation, drives it on Cotton, shut down, back out to the corner, finds Brueggemann. Brueggemann just left to the top of the key, clears it to Shoemaker near the center circle. Here comes Derek to set the screen, just underway in the boys matchup. Shoemaker right side, down in the corner, Davin Nelson looks at 3, won't fire, back to Shoemaker on the wing, he will, and halfway down the can and rimmed out. Rebounded by the Trojans. Here's DiMaria back across main court. Cotton at the top of the key. Trojan boys trying to strike first. Left wing, here's Charlie Dieter. His pass tipped by Nelson, nearly stolen, and now they'll turn it over on their own as Spencer Milius trying to get it to Mactimus in the corner, but the pass was at his feet and out of bounds. So a minute into the boys game and no score here between the Rustlers and the Trojans, both playing. Well, the Miller boys playing their 19th game of the season here. One more to go after this one. One more doubleheader with the girls, and the regular season will be in the books. Brueggemann for Davin Nelson in the corner. Right wing Hunter back up top for Shoemaker. Now left wing, Brueggemann looks at 3, won't fire. Back up top for Alex. Sets the screen. Alex goes the other way. Shoemaker all the way to the basket, and off the window it's in. Shoemaker with his first points of the game. 2-0 Miller. Cotton left wing looks at a deep 3. Got it. Lane Cotton from long range. 3-2 Trojans. 6:15 left, opening quarter, just underway in the boys game. Brueggemann right wing. Drives in on Dieter, backs it away, knocked away, Cotton the steal. Lane to the other end, running with numbers. Cotton going to finish it himself, and he got the blocking foul. So Cotton's going to get the basket and one. As Nelson stepped in, he thought he had the charge. The official disagrees. Nelson has his first foul, first in the game, in fact. And Lane Cotton will go to the free throw line. He's got all 5 of the Trojan points. He'll try to give them a 4-point lead. Free throws up and in. Cotton with all 6 of the Faulkton points. 6-2 Trojans. Couple of minutes in, 6 minutes to play opening quarter. Hunter top of the key, hands off for Davin Nelson. Davin backs away, drives, backs away again, leaves it for Shoemaker. Shoemaker trying to give and go, tipped by Cotton, stolen by DiMaria. DiMaria all the way to the basket, high off the window. The kid makes it in. Gian DiMaria with his first basket. First basket not scored by Cotton. Miller's shot no good. Rebound tipped all the way out to the top of the key to Spencer Milius. Here's another Cotton 3. Oh, and it's good again. And Lane Cotton on fire to start this game. 9 points in 2.5 minutes for Lane Cotton. And the Trojans lead 11-2. We're back in 30. A quick 30-second timeout. 30 seconds on KOKK.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
5:27 to play opening quarter. The girls' game started with a Miller flurry. They led by a dozen after a quarter. This game starting with a Trojan barrage as Faulkton leads 11-2. And in large part thanks to Lane Cotton. Lane's got 9 of those 11 points in under 3 minutes of basketball. Shoemaker down low for Brueggemann, back outside. Here's Shoemaker at the top of the key. Final seconds of the shot clock now. Here's Hunter, long 2, comes up short. Rebound in the corner, grabbed by Milius. And Faulkton a chance to push it north of 10 with 4:45 to play in the opening quarter. Pass to a cutting Lane Cotton, tipped all the way out to DiMaria in the center circle. So they'll get another look here. DiMaria into McDemus, back outside. Cotton, another 3, came up short. Hunter the rebound. Hunter double teamed to the backcourt. Oh, and McDemus took it away. Puts up the shot, fouled by Shoemaker, and they'll give free throws instead. So Hunter able to pull down that rebound, but McDemus just ripped it. Shoemaker will pick up his first, second on the team. Free throws here for Trey McDemus, looking for his first points of the night. Free throw no good as the Trojans have their first miss of the night. They're now 1 for 2 as Lane Cotton converted on an old-fashioned 3. Another free throw here for the junior post, Trey McDemus. 9-point Faulkton lead. Free throw rattles in. McDemus 1 of 2, his lone point. And the lead is 10, 12-2 Faulkton. Brueggemann in the right corner as the Rustlers go to work, trying to get something going. Pass inside, and Hunter reaches out and flips it up and in. Isaac Hunter with his first basket. 12-4. Trojans' lead is 8. Here's Dieter on the wing. For Milius, back to Dieter. Dieter the drive, back to Milius at the free throw line. He'll settle for the jumper. Halfway down the cannon, pops out, but Dieter there for the offensive rebound. And then a foul. And I think it's on Shoemaker, and that's going to be his second in the first 4 minutes of this basketball game. Third on the Rustlers as a team. And more free throws here for McDemus. 1 of 2 on his last trip. Misses the first here. Shoemaker trying to tell the official, I'm glad I got out of his way. Otherwise, I think you might have been a more serious charge there. McDemus another free throw. Second free throw no good. McDemus 1 of 4 from the line. The team is 2 for 5. The Rustlers down 8 with 3:55 to play in the first quarter. Rustlers after the rebound to the offensive end. Here's Anson on the left wing for Isaac Hunter. Hunter up top to Davin Nelson near the timeline. Handoff for Shoemaker. Shoemaker right wing. Cross court Brueggemann. Left corner now for Anson. Back up top to Brueggemann. Derek breaks to the basket. Shot on the way. No good. Rebound McDemus. McDemus over to Cotton. Cotton back across the timeline as the Trojans can again make it double digits. Pass inside for Milius. Back out to DiMaria in the corner, and they'll reset as they got back quickly. Back to DiMaria. Here's a 3. No good. Hunter the rebound. Hunter across the timeline, Brueggemann. Brueggemann left corner for 3, no good, but an offensive board tipped over to Shoemaker. Back out to Hunter for 3, and that one is in. Isaac Hunter from long range. He's got 5 of the Miller 7 points, and the Faulkton lead is 5. Here is Milius for 3, no good. Offensive board, Cotton. Cotton puts it up and in. Lane Cotton. 11 points in the first 5.5 minutes of basketball here in Miller. Pass out to Anson. No. Nelson. Nelson on the wing. Hunter up top. Another 3. Got it. Back-to-back triples by Isaac Hunter. He's got 8 of the Miller 10 points. And the Trojan lead is 4 at 14-10. 2:20 left first quarter. Right wing here for Charlie Dieter. Dieter back to Milius at the top of the key. Back to Cotton. Cotton another 3. No good. Long rebound out to Brueggemann. Brueggemann racing the other way. Sets up left wing. Trying to get it back to Shoemaker. No, now he'll hold on to it. Handoff to Alex. Davin Nelson on the right wing. Handoff back to Brueggemann. Hunter up top, back-to-back triples for Hunter. 8 points to start this game. Here's a drive by Anson, back out to Hunter again. They want him to shoot the three. This one is no good. And the rebound grabbed by Dieter. Faulkton's lead is 4, minute 40 left here in the third. Caught in a baseline move and got up in the air, was going to get blocked, went for the double pump, got the whistle anyway. I think that'll be Hunter. And that's his first, 4th on the team. And Faulkton nearing the bonus with a minute 39 to play in the first. As we go to the free throw line with Lane Cotton. First free throw comes up short. Cotton 1 for 2 from the line. The team is 2 for 6. Anson's going to check out. Gentry Harrell on for the first time tonight for the Rustlers. Minute 39 to play first quarter. Faulkton on a 4-point lead here. Cotton can make it 5 and does. Second free throw is good. Cotton's got a dozen points in the opening quarter of this one. 15-10 Faulkton leads. Minute 30 to play first quarter. Brueggemann right side guarded by Dieter. Tried to hand it off to Hunter. Nobody there. It was slapped out of bounds by Cotton. So the Rustlers will keep the basketball. They'll inbound with 24 on the shot clock. They'll bring Shoemaker to inbound on the baseline. He'll bring it into Hunter to Brueggemann. Brueggemann right wing, right side. Dieter knocks the pass out of bounds, and the Rustlers will inbound it again. Again, it's Shoemaker, now 21 on the shot clock. Minute 25 to play in the quarter. They'll lob it into Hunter out near the timeline. Right side, Hunter drives in, backs away, kicks it out in the corner, and it's through Harrell's hands and out of bounds, and a Rustler turnover. Minute 17 left, first quarter. 15-10, Trojans by 5. Here's DiMaria across the timeline. Finds Milius on the wing in the corner for Mactimus. Mactimus back up top. Cotton doesn't want the three. Left corner, DiMaria looks it down, won't fire. Now Dieter will. That three, no good. Rebound tipped out to the free throw line, and Milius will haul it in. Tried to go right back up, but his pass was knocked out of bounds by Hunter. Faulkton going to bring in Gus Kopecky, the 6-foot senior. Kopecky will replace Dieter with 53 seconds to play in the opening frame. Inbounds Milius looks at three, drives baseline, foul, and he'll go to the line. That's also the 5th foul on Miller here in the quarter, so the Faulkton Trojans in the bonus for the final minute. Davin Nelson picks up his second. So he's got 2. Shoemaker's got 2. We don't even have 8 minutes of basketball in. Spencer Milius, a couple of free throws here. The team is 3 out of 7, make it 4 out of 8 as Milius is good on his first. So 16-10, Milius will make it 17-10. Good on both free throws. His first points. A 7-point Faulkton lead, 45 seconds to play opening quarter. Top of the key, here's Gentry Harrell. Feeds Hunter on his way to the rack, going after Cotton, a basket and one. Isaac Hunter, 10 points in the opening quarter. Cotton, not to be outdone, has a dozen. The 24s, the kids to watch here thus far tonight. Hunter, no good on the free throw. Faulkton the rebound, 35 seconds to play in the quarter, a 5-point Trojan lead. There's Mactimus out near the timeline. Cotton and Milius now playing catch, running it down. DiMaria gets in on it. Cotton out near the timeline. Back to DiMaria. They'll run it down to 10 on the shot clock. And we'll wind the play up here, this 5-point lead. Cotton working off the screen. Pass inside Mactimus. Mactimus off the window, too strong. Rebounded by Hunter. Hunter flinging it down court for Shoemaker, but he threw it over his head and out of bounds. So Faulkton will get it back here. 3.5 seconds to play in the opening quarter. They will have to inbound it and, well, get as far as they can to get the best look possible. Boy, some of these shots that Cotton is throwing up, he just might be able to set from midcourt. That's who they're going to set up to at least get a look. They're going to roll it in to Cotton. Hunter comes up for some defense. Cotton's going to get, well, he gave it off to DiMaria, and he would have got stuffed by Harrell, so they don't get a shot to close out the quarter. After 8 minutes of hoops in a boys basketball game in Miller, Faulkton 17, Miller 12. We're back in a minute with the second quarter. 1 minute on KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees. HCC offers courses through Northern State University, offering quality education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call Huron Community Campus at 605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Well, the first ball game tonight was, well, it was a little bit odd. It was a little bit of a roller coaster. Miller, a huge lead early. Faulkton fought back. Miller took another big lead. Faulkton fought back. It was a close one. The Miller girls end up winning. This one a little bit odd. Faulkton jumped out to an early 10-point lead. Miller battles it back to a 5-point game. We got a couple of hot hands. Lane Cotton has a dozen. Isaac Hunter has 10. That's 22 of the 29 points on the board from two players. Here's a whistle on Gian Di Maria, and now another whistle as Faulkton stole a pass away, and I think it's going to be a foul, a shooting foul. It will be. It'll be Lane Cotton, his second. And we go to the line with Isaac Hunter. First free throw is halfway down the can and sneaks back out. Rustlers 0 for 2 from the free throw line. And both for Isaac Hunter. Steps up with another. That one is up and in. So 17-13. Trojans lead at 4. 7.5 minutes to play in the first half. Gian Di Maria at the top of the key. Right corner now for Kopecky. Back around to Dieter. Left wing to Di Maria. Back up top for Melius. And Lane Cotton a little rest. Oh, no, he still is out there. Here's a long two on the baseline, and that one is good for Gus Kopecky. First bench score for either squad. And Faulkton's lead back to 6 at 19-13. Left corner, here's Brueggemann. Back up top, Davin Nelson. Davin looks at three, doesn't want it. Brueggemann cross court back to Shoemaker. He looks at a deep three. He doesn't want it. Davin Nelson from the corner for three. No good, and Hunter's there for the rebound, and then he throws it out of bounds. Tried to get it back to Davin Nelson, but Davin had kind of cut in the other direction. So turnover back to Faulkton. Melius will check out as McDemus is back on. 6:54 to play in the first half. Faulkton right now a 6-point lead, 19-13, and in possession of the ball. Chance to add on to that lead. Here's Cotton cross court. Di Maria just left of the top of the key. High post, Kopecky knocked away, stole by Anson. Brueggemann, three, left wing, came up short, rebounded by McDemus, and that one there, nothing but net, and that includes rim as it just whooshed the net on the way by. Faulkton up 6 with 6:20 to play in the first half. Di Maria for three, and it's good. Gian Di Maria with his second basket of the night. He's got 5, and the Faulkton lead is 9. Shoemaker out near midcourt, just left to the top of the key, looking for the screen, dumps it off in the corner for Nelson. Nelson to Hunter at the free throw line. Back out again, Brueggemann. Brueggemann will hand it off back to Hunter. Hunter just left to the top of the key, squares for three. No good. McDemus the rebound. McDemus slings it ahead to Di Maria. Di Maria on the right wing, leaves it up top for Dieter. Dieter to Cotton on the right wing. In the corner, Di Maria. No, Melius looks at three. No, it was Di Maria, and he didn't want it this time. They'll get it back to him. He looks at it again and doesn't want it. 15 on the shot clock. Cotton going to launch a deep three. No good. Rebound Anson. Anson the handoff to Hunter. Hunter back across midcourt. Left wing, drives, spins, and a whistle. Oh, it's a carry on the Rustlers. So a turnover back to Faulkton. The Trojans lead by 9, and we'll have a timeout here by Kyle Erdahl and the Faulkton Trojans. They lead Miller here on the road, 22-13, 5:22 to play in the second. We'll take a minute timeout. Back in 60 seconds on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Welcome back to Miller. 5:15 left here in the second. Ball knocked away, and that's what the Rustlers needed, was a turnover. They get it off the hand of Davin Nelson. Nelson ahead to Shoemaker. Well, Faulkton builds up a 9-point lead. Chance there to get it double digits, but the Rustlers with the steal, and now a chance to cut into that lead. Shoemaker out near the timeline. To the right wing, swings it over to Brueggemann. Brueggemann for 3. That one way short. Hunter tried to save it in. He did, but he saved it into Mactimus. Mactimus ahead to Milius. Milius across the timeline. 4.5 to play in the first half. And again, Trojans a chance to push it to double digits. Nice pass. Cotton inside to Dieter for the Bunny. 24-13. Faulkton up 11. Shoemaker across midcourt. Right side for Nelson. Gives it right back. Back to Nelson. Top of the key for 3. No good. Mactimus the rebound. Mactimus piling up the rebounds here in the half. Pass ahead to Cotton. Back to Mactimus. Inside Milius. Right corner Dieter looks at 3. Doesn't pull the trigger off to Mactimus. Mactimus the runner in the lane. That one too strong. Rebounded by Trayton Anson. Hunter ahead to Shoemaker. Shoemaker left wing. Backs it away. Drives. Tried to leave it off last second. Ball tipped by Cotton and picked up by Kopecky. So again, Faulkton gets it back. Now an 11-point advantage and a chance to add on with 3.5 to play in the first half. Milius right corner, breaks baseline. Across the baseline, the pass for Cotton. Cotton head fake, jumps. Shot no good. Hunter the rebound. Over to Shoemaker. Shoemaker wants to push it. Nice pass to Trayton Anson for the Bunny. Beautiful look there by Shoemaker to get something going. Rustlers back to within 9, 24-15. A Miller clean sweep thus far. Miller won both JV games. They won the girls varsity game 50-45. Here's Cotton leaning in for another basket. He's got 14 of the 26 Trojan points. Hunter, Brueggemann, left wing Anson back to Hunter. Isaac at the top of the key. Couple of threes in that opening quarter. Outside, Davin Nelson for 3. No good. Cotton there for the rebound. Cotton to Milius across the timeline. Mactimus. Mactimus sees nobody there. He's going to break. Hunter blocked his shot, but Mactimus got it right back. And now a whistle, I think, is going to be a Miller foul on Davin Nelson, and that's his 3rd. Rustlers have been called for 6 fouls in this entire game. 3 of them have been on Davin Nelson. So Nelson and Anson will both come out. Rustlers bring William Riesel in And here's a short shot by Dieter, no good, rebounded by Hunter. So it'll be Riesel, Harrell. Here's a 3 by Brueggemann, no, a long 2, and that one is good. So Brueggemann with his first basket. And again, Faulkton's lead is 9, 26-17, 2 minutes to play in the first half. McNamara for Cotton at the free throw line. Lane, one dribble, fade away, up and in. Cotton with 16 on the night. And his team back up by 11, 28-17. Brueggemann, drive, free throw line, the runner, no good. Hunter got the rebound and had the ball slapped away on the way up, and the whistle blows, and it's a foul, and that'll mean free throws for Isaac Hunter. And I think it's on Milius. It will be his first. And it'll be the third on the Trojans here in the second quarter. First free throw for Hunter is good. Hunter has shot all 4 of the Miller free throws tonight. He's 2 for 4. Second free throw on the way here. Hunter's airborne and good. So he'll go 3 out of 5. And 13 points to lead Miller for Isaac Hunter. 28-19. Faulkton by 9. Minute and a half to play first half. Cotton left wing up to Di Maria. Inside for McNamara. McNamara into the double team. Back outside. Cotton looks at a deep 3. Long ball is no good. Offensive rebound, Dieter, and his putback is up and over the hands of Hunter, and Charlie Dieter with a couple of second quarter baskets. Faulkton up 11, 30-19, a minute to play in the half. Shoemaker on the wing, gives it off to Brueggemann. Cross court back to Shoemaker. He squares for a deep 3, that one good. Alex Shoemaker first triple on the night, 5 for Alex as the Trojans now lead by 8. Cotton right corner, guarded by Brueggemann. Cotton goes baseline. Here comes Riesel to help on the double team, shut him down. Back outside to Di Maria. Now Milius left corner, back outside. Cotton deep 3, got it. Lane Cotton 7 in the quarter, 19 in the game. Trojans up 11, 33-22. 20 seconds to play first half here as the Rustlers, the shot clock is off. They can cut it back to single digits here and regroup at the break. Here's Shoemaker. Brueggemann, a deep 3, no good. Rebound tip taken by Milius. Milius ahead. McNamara's going to have to settle for a deep one, and he knocked it down at the buzzer. Trey McNamara's waking up the Faulkton crowd as he knocks down the line drive 3 to give Faulkton the biggest lead of the night here at the half. Faulkton 36, Miller 22. Back in 2 minutes with the halftime show. 2-minute break on 1210 KOKK.
The certified public accounting firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
This is Dakota Sports, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is, and welcome back to Miller. Miller boys here trailing by 14 at the break. Faulkton takes their biggest lead of the night right at the buzzer on a buzzer beater. Trey McDemus knocks down the three, his first field goal of the game with at the buzzer here in quarter number 2 to give Faulkton their biggest lead of the night, 36-22. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. They're located 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering a plethora of services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatments, colors, shampoo set, eyelash extensions. To get an appointment at the Mirror, a couple ways you could walk in. They're at 35 4th Street Southeast. For an appointment at the Mirror, call Lori at 605-883-HAIR. That's 605-883-HAIR. Or call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. Again, 605-553-1628 for Kylie at the Mirror. Get your appointment with Lori or Kylie at the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. And the Mirror bringing us our scoreboard update. Earlier tonight at girls basketball, we had Miller defeating Faulkton by a final of 50-45. Taking a look at some other girls finals, James Valley Christian beat Sanborn Central Woonsocket tonight, 54-39. Wessington Springs a winner in girls basketball. They beat Kimball White Lake 58-37. What else did we have here? We had Miller, of course, beating Faulkton 50-45. That was our first game of the night. Number 1 Ethan got upset tonight. Freeman beat them 57-52. And Coleman Egan is leading Iroquois Lake Preston after 3 quarters. Coleman Egan 45, Iroquois Lake Preston 38. And again, those are all girls basketball finals, well, except the last one, of course. In boys basketball, at the half, or 2 minutes to play in the first half, Kimball White Lake and Wessington Springs tied at 21. Sanborn Central Woonsocket's boys leading James Valley Christian's boys 40-24. And I think that was about it, because I don't think the Iroquois Lake Preston boys are in a doubleheader there tonight. Oh, Wolseley Wessington is leading Warner 35-26 in boys basketball. They got about 2 minutes left to play in the third quarter of that one. So that is a full check of your scoreboard. Your scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Well, the Miller boys here trailing by 14 at the break. And again, it was 11. It was the biggest lead of the night. And then McDemus with that big 3. Lane Cotton, a big part of the story. He's got over half of his team's points. Also on the other side, Isaac Hunter, over half of his team's output. We'll take a look at some individual numbers here after another 2-minute timeout. We're at halftime of the boys game. Miller trails Faulkton 36-22. Back in 2 minutes with more halftime show. 2 minutes on KOKK.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
Roll into 2024 with incredible savings. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. Over 200 new and used in stock. Save over $2,300 off a Buick Envision. New Chevy 1500 Crew Cab. Save $6,500. Get a GMC 1500 Crew Cab with over $7,700 off. It's the New Year Blowout Sale at the new Olympic Chevrolet Buick GMC in Huron. New name, same great service.
The HRMC Physicians Clinic proudly welcomes the newest addition to their team, General Surgeon Dr. Terry Larson. Dr. Larson brings a wealth of experience and expertise in general surgery, along with a passion for providing exceptional care to his patients before, during, and after surgery. Whether you're in need of a simple procedure or a complex surgery, Dr. Larson is here to guide you every step of the way. Visit hrmcphysiciansclinic.org to schedule an appointment today. HRMC Physicians Clinic, the right care is right here. Welcome, Dr. Larson.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back. Halftime of the boys matchup. Some individual numbers. First of all, for the visiting Faulkton Trojans, they got the only bench scorer in the contest, Gus Kopecki, for 2. All 5 Faulkton starters scored. Spencer Milius, 2 points, 2 of 2 from the line. 4 apiece for Charlie Dieter and Trey McDemus. McDemus hit that 3, the buzzer beater at the end of the half. He's 1 of 4 from the line. Charlie Dieter, a pair of 2s in the second quarter for his 4 points. Gian DiMaria hit for 5 in the first half, a 2 and a 3, and it has thus far been the Lane Cotton show. Cotton put up a dozen in the first, 7 in the second. He's got 19 of his team's 36 at the half. He's 2 of 3 from the free throw line. He's 3 of 6 from downtown. And the hot hand, Lane Cotton, is the Trojans. He leads the Trojans with 19 points. They scored 17 in the first, 19 in the second, 36 in the game. They are 5 of 9 from the free throw line. Moving over to the Miller Rustlers, Trayton Anson scored 2 in the first half. Derek Brueggemann scored 2. Alex Shoemaker hit a 2 and a 3. He's got 5 points. And Isaac Hunters led the Rustlers. He had 10 of their 12 in the first. He's got 13 of their 22 here at the half. Miller put up 12 in the first, 10 in the second, 22 in the half. They're 3 of 5 from the line. Hunter has shot all 5 of those free throws, and he's got 13 to lead the Miller Rustlers. Rustlers trail Faulkton 36-22 at the half of the boys game. Second half in a minute. A 60-second timeout. Second half is next on KOKK.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? Buying a large house when your kids are heading off to college in a few years, or paying for a view of the lake when you are hardly home probably doesn't make sense. At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
The certified public accountant firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller. Second half underway. Faulkton with the basketball and a chance to extend their largest lead, 14 points, 36-22. Again on that McDemus 3 to close out the quarter. Here's Dieter, the drive, and Hunter will block his shot out of bounds. So the Rustlers will again line up for some defense here as McDemus will inbound. 21 on the shot clock. Second half just underway. They inbounded to Cotton on the wing. Now Dieter cross court. Here is Milius back up top to Cotton. Back inside to Milius. Cotton again. Cotton the drive. Free throw line. Tried to give it into Dieter. Knocked out of bounds by Hunter. So again, the Rustlers set up for D. This time 8 seconds on the Faulkton shot clock. DiMaria will come down to inbound for the Trojans. He'll bring it in the corner to Dieter. Milius, McDemus back around in the corner. DiMaria squares up for 3, and he got it. Gian DiMaria with a pair of threes. He's got 8 points. And Faulkton's biggest lead, 39-22. Shoemaker, Brueggemann, Anson, right corner for Nelson. Davin back on the wing for Brueggemann. Up top, Shoemaker again. Shoemaker off the Hunter screen. Goes the other way, hands it back to Brueggemann for 3. Came up short. Shoemaker, though, there for the rebound. Shoemaker fades away from 8 feet. That's no good. Rebound, DiMaria. Gian back across the timeline. DiMaria to Dieter on the right wing. Now the right corner for Milius. Couple of dribbles. Dieter around again to DiMaria. 20 on the shot clock. 6:40 to play here in the third as the Faulkton Trojans have opened up their biggest lead, and Cotton will extend that with his 21st point. He's got 21. His team leads 41-22, a 19-point advantage for the Faulkton Trojans. Here's another Brueggemann 3, and that one rattles in. 5 on the night for Brueggemann. Faulkton's lead at 16. DiMaria on the left wing thought about the 3. Back to Milius at the top. DiMaria again. Here's a 3. No good. McNamara there for the rebound. The putback won't go, but he is fouled. And he'll go to the free throw line. Foul on Miller is Derek Brueggemann. That's his first. Couple of free throws for McNamara. He's 1 for 4 from the line tonight. He is good on the first here. Faulkton has a team 6 out of 10 from the line. McNamara now 5 points and chance to tack on another. Puts his team up 17. And that is where it'll stay for the time being. Offensive rebound by Dieter. Back to DiMaria. Another corner 3. And again, it's good. Gian DiMaria, 3 threes in this game, 11 points, and Faulkton has their biggest lead. It's an even 20, 45-25. Brueggemann right wing, he'll fire a deep 3, no good. Dieter clears the rebound on the baseline. Dieter slowly will turn it up court for Faulkton as the Trojans look to push this lead north of 20. Milius on the wing, back to Cotton. Cotton's already got 21 points. Here's a pass intended for DiMaria, knocked out by Brueggemann, and Miller will defend an inbound by Trey McNamara. It'll be a lob to Cotton. Hunter knocked it away and stole it. Isaac Hunter the other way, trying to cut into this 20-point Faulkton lead. Davin Nelson left wing. Had it knocked away. Chases it down, gives it back to Shoemaker. Shoemaker the drive, the finish won't go. Cotton on the board, Lane pushing it the other way for Faulkton. Pass 1, pass 2, layup short, rebound Anson. Anson to Hunter, ahead to Brueggemann. Brueggemann the runner, too strong off the window, rebound Dieter. Dieter shy of the timeline. Shoemaker breaks back, trying to get him to turn it over. They get it across the timeline to McNamara. Cotton on the wing. DiMaria looks at 3 in the corner, won't pull it. Top of the key back to McNamara. Here's Cotton again, left wing. He looks at 3 and won't fire. Left side, ball tipped. Nelson the steal. Nelson ahead to Shoemaker. Shoemaker to the top of the key. He'll fire the deep 3. That one no good. Hunter tipped the rebound out to the top of the key, and Brueggemann will clear it away. Or did he? No, he didn't. He got a foul. Not on him, but on Milius, as Brueggemann will now set to inbound as Spencer Milius with his second. And we'll get a Rustler timeout. 4:18 to play in the third. Trojans by 20, 45-25. We're back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast food, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller. 4:18 to play here in the third quarter. The Trojans have opened up a 20-point lead. 9-3 the advantage here in the third. Cotton continues, and here's another Hunter three. Isaac Hunter's got 16. That's his third three. Rustlers just a pair of threes here in the third quarter. 45-28. Faulkton on top. Cotton in the lane. 4 defenders. Back out to McDemus. And now Cotton again. McDemus high post. Trey looking inside. Beautiful feed for Kopecky. And Kopecky good from short range. I don't even know how McDemus saw him for sure. Nice pass there. 47-28. Lead back to 19 for the Trojans. Brueggemann from the corner. Pass tipped by Cotton. Nearly stolen. Now it is. Cotton kind of advanced it off his leg. Not a kick. Just got a lucky bounce. And now here's a ball knocked away. Nearly stolen by Anson. And now a whistle is going to be a foul on Gus Kopecky. First foul on Kopecky. McDemus will check out with 3:14 to play in the third. William Riesel in as well. He'll replace Brueggemann. Looks like Anson's coming out as well. So it'll be Nelson, Riesel, Harrell, Hunter, and Shoemaker. Shoemaker, Gentry, Harrell, handoff for Hunter. Hunter lost it, picks it up, gives it off to Shoemaker. Harrell again to Hunter. Hunter the hot hand in this one. And here he goes to the rack and finishes another. 5 in the quarter, 18 in the game for Isaac Hunter. Shoemaker held to 5 thus far. 47-30. Faulkton's lead is 17. 2:40 to play third quarter. Lane Cotton right side of the free throw line. Cotton's having a night. He's got 21. Here's another Cotton three. That one's short. Long rebound Shoemaker. And Alex turns it up court for Miller. Left wing for Harrell. Back to Shoemaker. Now around. Fakes the pass to Hunter. Shoemaker the drive. Can't get the finish to go, but does get a whistle, and we'll go to the free throw line with Alex Shoemaker. Fouls on Gus Kopecky, so back-to-back fouls on him. He has his second. Be the third on Faulkton here in the quarter. Faulkton a comfortable 17-point lead with 2:19 to play in the third. Shoemaker's free throw rattles a bit, but it is going to fall. And that is the first free throw not shot by Isaac Hunter for the Miller Rustlers. Second free throw is up halfway in and pops back out. Shoemaker's got 6 on the night, and the lead is 16. Cotton coast to coast, trying the spectacular finish. Couldn't get it, but got his own rebound. Feeds a cutting Trey McDemus. He can't hit. Got his own rebound. Lost it on the way up. Kicks it out to Kopecky, and they'll reset. New shot clock, too. Pass in the corner. Nelson steals it, but saves it in to Cotton. Cotton going to try the reverse layup and finishes it off. 23 for Lane Cotton. Trojans back up 18. Here's a three by Davin Nelson. No good, but he got his own rebound. His pass underneath, intended for Riesel, is knocked out by Kopecky. Here comes Milius in. He'll replace Di Maria with 1:39 to play in the third. Erdahl in the Trojans game, 18 tonight, a couple to play, and that'll do it for the regular year. Playoffs going to start next week for the girls. Here's Riesel for 3. That one good. William Riesel with his first basket. 49-34. Trojans by 15. 1:20 to play in the third. Make sure to stay tuned after this one. We'll have another Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show. Get a full check of the scoreboard. Get you the stats from these ones and sign off from Miller as Faulkton has pretty much controlled this boys game throughout. Isaac Hunter kept the Rustlers in it in the opening quarter. They were within 5, but the lead has just kind of been swelling every few minutes here. It was up to 20 at one point, right now 15. As Faulkton inbounds with 59 seconds to play in the third. They'll bring it into Cotton near the top of the key. Cotton guarded by Hunter, and boy, that has been a fun battle to watch tonight. As Cotton going to get the whistle here, and we'll go back to the free throw line. Fouls on Davin Nelson. That'll be 4 on Nelson. And we'll go back to the line here with Lane Cotton. Cotton on the day 2 for 3. The team 6 of 10. Cotton good on his first here. He's got 5 in the quarter, 24 in the game. He had a dozen in the first quarter, 7 in the second, 5 in the third. Second free throw is true. He's 4 out of 5 from the free throw line. He's got 25 points and got these Trojans in the driver's seat. 51-34, 54 seconds left in the third. We'll get an Erdahl timeout. We'll take 30 seconds of it back in 30 on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner. And of course, Shooters' famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Back to Miller here. 54 seconds to play third quarter. The Rustlers down 17 points. Again, they have trailed a good portion, well, pretty much throughout this game. They've trailed by as many as 20. Got it back to 17 here. Brueggemann on the wing outside for Shoemaker. Alex Shoemaker been held to 5 points to make it 6 points tonight. Hunter, the leading scorer for the Rustlers. He's got 18. Shoemaker got caught midair, had to give it up. Cotton takes it. Cotton steps through to the other end. Can't finish it off, but does get a whistle, and he'll go back to the line. I think it's Brueggemann, don't Riesel. Oh, maybe he transposed his numbers, not 32-24. Isaac Hunter's second. Be 3 on the Rustlers here in the third. Cotton at the free throw line is no good. 24 points, 25 points for Cotton. He is 4 of 6 from the stripe tonight. Another free throw here comes up short. Rebound out to Gentry Harrell. So Cotton misses 2. Lead stays at 17. Shot clock is off. Miller has the ball with 15 seconds left in the third quarter. Faulkton, though, a 17-point lead, 51-34. Shoemaker breaks with 10 on the game clock here. Harrell for 3, no good. Rebounded by Kopecky. Kopecky ahead to Cotton. Final seconds. Shoemaker knocked it away. He did get a heave off. It's not close, and that'll do it for 3 quarters. After 3, Faulkton up 17, 51-34. Back in a minute with the fourth quarter. 1 minute on KOKK.
Wilbur Ellis is a leading provider of innovative solutions in plant protection, plant nutrition, and field technology. They offer premier products and one-on-one relationships with local field experts to help their customers grow. Wilbur Ellis is committed to bringing you and your operation new and innovative ideas. Contact your local Wilbur Ellis specialist today to find out how to maximize your return on investment. Wilbur Ellis wishes all area high school athletes the best of luck this season.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller. Fourth quarter underway. The Rustlers have something go their way here. They do start off the fourth quarter with the ball and a chance to get back, well, the closest they've been for some time now. It's 17 right now. And here's a foul on Faulkton. Foul's on Charlie Dieter, his first. Miller will bring it in, back to work. Shoemaker in the right corner, and Faulkton doing a pretty good job not letting Alex get many decent looks here tonight. He's knocked down a couple. Here's Brueggemann for three. That one is no good. Rebound, Shoemaker had a hand on it. He got pulled down by Milius as both players end up on the floor, and it's going to be out of bounds off Faulkton. New shot clock as well, 7.5 to play. Miller on the inbounds, and the Rustlers want to come back in this one. They're going to have to start, well, right here. Right side, Hunter. Crosses over, drives. Nice pass inside. He got it to Riesel. Riesel couldn't hit the first try. Got it back, couldn't hit the second. Rebounded this time by Di Maria. Di Maria back across midcourt. Right side, here's Cotton. Cotton driving baseline, and another foul. And Hunter with the why me look, so I assume, nope, it's on Riesel. That'll be Williams first. So back to the line with Lane Cotton. Cotton 4 for 7 from the line tonight. Good on his first attempt here. So that'll put him at 26 points. As the senior back for another. That one rattles in as well. Stretch the lead back to 19 with 7 to play. 53-34 Faulkton. Shoemaker left side. Nice leave off for Riesel. Riesel lost it, finds a handle, pushes it up and in, and the foul for William Riesel. All 5 of Riesel's points here in the second half, and we'll have a foul here on Gian Di Maria. He will pick up his second. We'll go to the line with William Riesel. Riesel trying to convert on the old-fashioned three. That's up and in, and Riesel has 6 points in the second half of this one. Highest Miller scorer in the second half. 16 points, the Faulkton lead, 6:45 left. Di Maria on the dribble, Shoemaker to defend. Here's Cotton, flips it inside for Dieter. Dieter high off the window is good. Charlie Dieter a half dozen tonight for the Faulkton Trojans, lead back to 18. Brueggemann near midcourt with 6.5 to play. Here's Shoemaker, crosses over, launches the three, no good. Offensive board, Harrell put back is too strong, rebounded this time by Cotton. Cotton turns it back up court, guarded by Hunter, and that has been a pretty fascinating matchup. And here's Hunter with the steal, just poked it away. Hunter the basket and the foul at the other end. Hunter with 7 in the half, 20 in the game. Fouls on Trey McDemus. That'll be his first. Be 3 on the Trojans here in the half as McDemus checks out for Kopecky. The difference right now is 16 points, and Hunter can take off one more and does. Converts on the old-fashioned three. So Miller winning the quarter here 6-4, but found themselves down to open the quarter by 17. So trail 55-40 with 6 minutes left. Here's Cotton knocked down at the free throw line, and he got caught in between Shoemaker and Hunter there, and I think he went backwards. Shoemaker just kind of ran into him. That'll be Alex's third, and the third on Miller here. Maybe the second on Miller here in the fourth quarter. Milius will inbound for Faulkton here, just inside of 6 minutes to play. They'll bring it into Cotton, just right of the top of the key. Nice pass to a cutting Gus Kopecky. No, it's Charlie Dieter, but it's a good basket. And Dieter has 8 for the Trojans and lead back to 17 with 5:45 left. Here's Shoemaker top of the key. Off to Hunter on the wing. Down in the corner for Harrell, back to Isaac Hunter. Hunter, wing, spin move, leaves it off for Harrell. Harrell from 12 feet on the baseline, no good. Cotton, another rebound. Cotton back across the timeline, and Shoemaker got him to tip the ball off himself. Just kind of slapped it into Lane, and then it went off Lane's knee. Out of bounds. Cotton almost got there to save it, but the Rustlers will get it back with 5:25 to play. Shoemaker across midcourt. He'll launch the deep three. No good. Off the heel. It pops straight up. And did it hit the wire, or do we have a foul? Oh, we're going to have a foul on Miller. That'll be on William Riesel. Riesel's second, third on Miller here in the quarter. And Faulkton again up 17 with a chance to push it back to 20. 20's been their biggest lead of the night. Here's Milius in the right corner, almost shut down, had to kick it out and did to Di Maria. Cotton looks at three, won't fire, and Shoemaker fouls him trying to knock the ball away from behind. Shoemaker's fourth. Mactimus back into the game. He'll replace Dieter with 4:57 left. Be Mactimus to inbound. Lob into Cotton on the right wing. Cotton flips it right back into Mactimus, and Mactimus not able to knock it down, but it was because he was trying to lift Shoemaker with him, and that'll do it for Alex Shoemaker tonight. He will foul out with 4:53 to play. So the official get it over to the sideline there, and Shoemaker will have to check out in favor of Gentry Harrell before we can get this Mactimus free throw in, or free throws. A couple of free throws here for Trey. First is on the way and good. Mactimus with 6 on the day. He's got 3 of those from the line. He is 3 out of 7 from the stripe, and then he knocked down that 3 at the end of the first half. Carter Hall with the warm-up shirt off. Hall ready to come in. Second free throw no good for Mactimus. Rebounded by Riesel. 58-40, Faulkton by 18. 4:45 left. Shoemaker is just fouled out of this game as Hunter handling the ball. Brueggemann will do a little more of it as well. Brueggemann to Davin Nelson in the right corner. Davin drives baseline. Double, now triple teamed back out to Brueggemann. And trying to draw a foul. The Faulkton defense trying to flop there. Didn't get the call, and now they will, as the 3 is no good, but Miller called for a foul on the rebound, and that's going to mean Faulkton free throws. It'll be on Davin Nelson, and he is now fouled out. He will sit with 4:25 to play, and bonus time here for the Faulkton Trojans. It'll be G&D Maria to the free throw line. Carter Hall is on. Charlie Dieter back on too for Faulkton. He'll replace Milius, and Lane Cotton will check out of the game. Cotton's going to end this game with 2, 4, 6, 8, 27 points. Di Maria good on his first free throw. He's got a dozen. I think we're going to end up having just 2 players in double figures for Faulkton, but they're going to have 2 more awful close. And a real team effort tonight here for the Trojans, despite Cotton putting up 27 of their 59. A lot of kids definitely chipped in. Here's a pass inside. Anson from in close is good. Trayton Anson, a pair of baskets in the game. 17 points, the Trojan lead, 59-42. 4 minutes to play in this one. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game show will come your way afterwards. We'll get your scoreboard update brought to you by the Mirror. See how the area teams did. Here's another Hunter steal. Breakaway to the other end. Layup good. So Hunter 2, 4, 6, 9, 10, 23 on the night for Isaac Hunter. Oh, Cotton is going to come back in. Left corner, Carter Hall in for the first time tonight. Here's Mactimus. Mactimus free throw line, drives in, and Riesel fouls him. Third of the night on Riesel. Mactimus a couple of free throws here. As the Trojans now well into the bonus with 3:22 to play. Free throw for Mactimus is good. So he's now got 9, almost into double figures. Dieter's got 8. So again, they'll have 2 in double figures, maybe 3, and a couple more awful close. McNamara good on the free throw. He's got 10. Oh, maybe he's only got 8. Yeah, he's got 8. Corner 3 for Riesel is off the mark. Cotton to clear the rebound. And Lane in no hurry as he crosses the timeline with 3 minutes to play. The Faulkton boys, it appears, going to win their 14th game in 18 tries. A couple more left after tonight. Top team in the region. Knew they were needing to pick up some victories here to close out the year. Well, they got one here at Miller. Cotton no good from in close. Rebound Rustlers. Brueggemann to the other end. Tries the runner, no good. McNamara not only clears the rebound, but racing to the other end. Can't finish it off, but Cotton there to clean it up for him. What a night for Lane Cotton. 4 in this quarter, 10 in the half, 29 in the game. Looks like we'll have some lineup turnover as I think somebody called a timeout, but I don't think they're actually going to take it. I think it was just to get everybody in. Oh, now Miller is going to take the timeout. 2:26 to play, 63-44 all over, but the final tally. Mop-up time when we come back. He wants a full timeout, but Shoemaker said, let's just go. So we'll take a timeout. We'll be back in a minute. Back in 60 seconds on KOKK.
Brushing up? Bettering yourself? Or pursuing a degree? Huron Community Campus offers in-person classes at just $40 per credit hour plus fees.
Thank you.
HCC offers courses through Northern State University.
A lot of years, a lot of miles.
Education at an exceptional value. To learn more, call
I grew up in Minnesota, but I'm from here, from Huron. Been here about 20 years.
605-353-8518. That's 605-353-8518.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Miller. Lineup change here. Joseph Baker is on. Isaac McKinstry is on. Cole Calvany is on. Let's see here. Who else we got? I think Gentry Harrell still out there. And for some reason I can't find a fifth. Here's a shot, no good. It's Terrell Schlechter. That's the other player out there. On the other side for Faulkton, 42 is Colton Youngeman. 2 is Carter Hall. 4 is Corbin Stark. 34 is Marshall Cones. And 42, well, I already said Youngeman. Nice drive to the basket by Gentry Harrell, and Harrell will get a late basket. Who is the fifth Trojan? It's Cord Brand. And they got one more. They got to get Riley Simons on here. So all over but the final tally. Faulkton will win their 14th game tonight. They'll go to 14-4. The Miller boys will fall to 5-14 with a game to play. And here's a baseline drive by Carter Hall and a whistle on Miller, and that's going to mean more free throws. Fouls on Joseph Baker, his first. A free throw here for Carter Hall is in. So the Trojans are 7 of 9 from the free throw line here in the fourth quarter. They were 8 of 15 coming in, so 15 of 24. And we'll make it 16 of 25 as Hall knocks down both. A lot of free throws here tonight. The Rustlers, by the way, have shot 9. They're 6 of 9. Here's a deep three. No good for Isaac McKinstry. Rebound picked up by Combs. Here's a three on the wing. That one is no good for Marshall Cones. Offensive rebound grabbed by, well, almost grabbed by Simons. Ball ripped away. And here at the other end is Gentry Harrell. McKinstry on the wing. Isaac will drive, finish with the left. No good. Rebounded by Faulkton. Trojans Riley Simons with the rebound. Cord Brand at the top of the key, left wing, back to Simons. He pops the three, no good, but he got his own rebound, and the putback is up and in, and they're loving it. Riley Simons with a late basket gets the entire bench on their feet as the Faulkton Trojans also pick up their biggest lead of the night. In the final seconds, they lead by 21, and again, all over but the final tally. Here's a shot, no good by Calviny. Swatted out of bounds by Cord Brand, and the Rustlers are going to get it back one more time. 9 seconds left. Inbounds, Harrell looks at three. Nope, steps inside. Long two is up and in, and Harrell has all 4 of his points in the closing minutes, and your final score here tonight will be Faulkton 67, Miller 48. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame show number 2 comes your way after a 2-minute timeout. Trojans salvage 1 win. They lost both JV games. They lost the girls game, but Trojans win the boys matchup 67-48. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 2 coming your way in 2 minutes. 2-minute timeout on KOKK.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The certified public accounting firm of Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP can take care of your tax and accounting needs. Income tax preparation, computerized bookkeeping, audit and not audit financial statements, estate planning, just among the services offered by Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson. Wishing the best to the Miller Rustlers, Coleman, Biersbach, and Anderson LLP CPA firm of Miller.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
The next time you're heading through Miller, make a stop at Pump and Pack. Fill up the tank or just top her off. Pump and Pack features gas, premium gas, and diesel too. Head inside for your favorite snacks and drinks. Pump and Pack is the place for hot stuffed pizza and hamburgers, breakfast foods, ice cream too. Miller Pump and Pack is proud to feature Bball beef products, including ground beef steaks, jerky, and beef sticks. They're open 6 a.m. to 10 p.m. Your locally owned and operated C-store. Pump and Pack, 709 North Broadway in Miller.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir, and thanks again to Gary Zell Auto Glass for bringing us our post-game report as the Faulkton Trojans come to town here to Miller and salvage 1 of 4. The girls' JV game went to Miller, 35-13. The boys' JV game went to Miller, 49-36. The varsity girls' game went to Miller, 50-45. Faulkton salvages the boys' game and wins this one, going away 67-48. Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report number 2. And as always, we lead it off with a scoreboard update. Now, the scoreboard update, final scoreboard of the night, brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. They're located at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. They do accept walk-ins or for an appointment for a plethora of services. Services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, shampoo sets, eyelash extensions. Stop in or call for an appointment with Lori, 605-883-HAIR. Or call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628. That's the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. So again, our 4 scores tonight. Girls JV, Miller wins 35-13. Boys JV, Miller wins 49-36. Girls varsity, Miller picks up a win 50-45. Boys varsity, Faulkton wins it going away 67-48. So other scores on the Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard. Girls finals, James Valley Christian beat Sanborn Central Woonsocket tonight, 54-39. Weston Springs a winner in girls hoops over Kimball White Lake, 58-37. Highmore Herald beat Ipswich tonight in girls basketball. The final there, 38-25. We had, of course, Miller beating Faulkton tonight, 50-45 on these very airwaves. And Coleman Egan knocked off Iroquois Lake Preston. Coleman Egan 52, Iroquois Lake Preston 45. Sully Buttes and Sunshine Bible Academy did not report. So that'll be it for the girls' matchups. On the boys' side, Weston Springs leading Kimball White Lake now 52-28 with about 3 minutes to play. James Valley Christian's boys beat Sanborn Central Woonsocket in a barn burner, 63-61. Let's see, I don't think we had any other boys' games of interest. Obviously, Faulkton defeating Miller here tonight. Wolsey Wessington did end up beating Warner by the final of 60-41 in boys basketball. And Ethan knocked it off Freeman 49-45 as well. So that is a full check of the scoreboard. Tigers are off tonight. They're back both Thursday and Friday on Dakota Sports. So that is a full check of your scoreboard. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Thanks so much to the Mirror. Also, thanks again to Gary Zell Auto Glass, our post-game report sponsor. Well, the girls' game went, Miller got up big. Faulkton caught back up. Miller went up big again. Faulkton took the lead. Miller came back and picked up the victory. The boys' matchup, Faulkton jumped out to an early lead and continually built that lead the entire game. They led 17-12 after 1. They led 36-22 after 2. They led 51-34 after 3. And they win by the final difference of 19 points, 67-48. Taking a look at some of the numbers here for Kyle Erdahl and his now 14-4 Faulkton Trojans. They got 8 off the bench tonight. Carter Hall with 2, Riley Simons with 2, and Gus Kopecki with 4. 8 of the 67 off the bench. All 5 starters scored, 2 in double figures and 2 more awful close. Spencer Milius put in 2. He was 2 of 2 from the free throw line. 8 apiece tonight for Charlie Dieter and Trey McDemus. McDemus knocked down a buzzer-beating 3 at the end of the first half. He went 5 of 10 from the line for his 8 points. 2 more in double figures. Gian DiMaria with a dozen. He hit a pair of third-quarter threes. He went 1 of 2 from the line, hit 3 threes in the game. And the story of the night was Lane Cotton. Lane scored a dozen in the first, 7 in the second, 6 in the third, 4 down the stretch, 29 points in the game. He went 6 of 9 from the free throw line and did about everything Faulkton asked him to do here tonight. Lane Cotton with 3 threes in the first half of this game. Bared down and went to work inside in the second half. 29 points for Lane Cotton to lead Faulkton to their 14th win here tonight over Miller. Trojans put up 17 in the first, 19 in the second, 15 in the third, 16 in the fourth, 67 in the game, 16 to 25 from the line, led by Lane Cotton with 29, Gian DiMaria with 12. For the Miller Rustlers tonight, they got 10 off the bench, 4 for Gentry Harrell, 6 for William Riesel. Riesel hit a 3 and an old-fashioned 3, went 1-1 from the line for his 6 points. 4 of the 5 starters scored for Miller. Trayton Anson with 4 points. Derek Brueggemann with 5. He knocked down a 3. Alex Shoemaker hit a 3. He went for 6 tonight, 1 and 2 from the line. And Isaac Hunter led the charge with 23. He had 10 in the first, 3 in the second, 5 in the third, 5 in the fourth, 23 in the game. He went 4 of 6 from the line. He hit 3 threes and did all he could to keep the Miller Rustlers in this here tonight against the Trojans. Miller scored 12 in the first, 10 in the second, 12 in the third, 19 in the fourth. 14 in the fourth, 48 in the game. They went 6 of 9 from the line, led by Isaac Hunter with 23 points. So that is your Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 2. Let's take a short timeout. We'll hear from our postgame report sponsor, and we'll come back to Miller and wrap it up. The Faulkton Trojan boys salvaged 1 win tonight. They pick up a win in the boys varsity game by the final of 67 to 48. We'll close it out after a 60-second break on the Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report. Back in a minute on KOKK.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate-dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshields, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Miller. Thanks again to Gary Zell Auto Glass for sponsoring our post-game report. Thanks so much to the Mirror Family Hair Care for bringing us our scoreboard updates. Also, of course, thanks to the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection. They bring us the reading of the officials. We want to thank Steve Shoemaker and Eric Norden, the head coaches for Miller. Want to thank Chase Casper and Kyle Erdahl, head coaches for Faulkton, as all had a word and a quick conversation before the game. So big thanks going out to everybody there. And, of course, we'd like to thank the Miller School District for a spot to sit and take in these ball games here tonight. We'd like to thank Nate, our engineer, back at the studio. Great job tonight, as always. And, of course, we want to thank you, the listener, for tuning in. I'll be back on Thursday at Hitchcock-Tulare with a doubleheader. And then Jeff will have Tigers both Thursday and Friday. Tune in tomorrow morning on Dakota Sports here on KOKK. Jeff will get you all caught up on tonight's actions, all the scoreboard, and all the upcoming games, not only on Dakota Sports, but any area games of interest. Catch it with sports right here tomorrow morning with Jeff Duffy. He'll also, of course, be joined at some point by Mr. D.K. Ogier, and they will make a morning mess, and then I'll be in to clean that mess up tomorrow afternoon from 1 to 4 p.m. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight. We will thank our balance of our sponsors in the post-game billboard. The Miller Rustler girls beat Faulkton tonight by the final of 50 to 45. Trojan boys come back with a win 67-48 over the Miller Rustlers. This has been a presentation of Dakota Sports on 1210 AM KOKK, committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
Thanks for listening to exciting high school sports. We are Dakota Sports on KOKK. Tonight's coverage has been brought to you by
our area sports backers include Shooters in Woolsey, Wilbur Ellis, Ken Clark Insurance here on Community Campus, Slumberland Furniture, Ridge Manufacturing in Wessington, Olympic Motors, Dairy Queen in Huron, Dakota Land Feeds in Huron, Huron Regional Medical Center, Car Chiropractic Clinic in Huron, and the Real Estate Connection. South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, brings us the reading of the officials. Gary Zell Auto Glass, our post-game report sponsor, and the Mirror Family Hair Care brings us scoreboard updates. Miller sponsors Coleman Biersbach and Anderson CPA Firm, American Family Insurance Sports at Miller, Crystal Volkordson Agency, and Miller Pump and Pack. Thanks so much for tuning in tonight as the Miller girls pick up a win. The Miller boys take the loss. I'll be back tomorrow on KOKK 1 to 4. I'll be back with sports Thursday night for a doubleheader in Hitchcock. For Nate back at the studio, for our sports director, Jeff Duffy, and for everybody at Dakota Sports, this is Matt Watson saying good night, everybody.